and all that stuff. So I'm watching the Arsenal game. Obviously, I know that Eze is looming. You know, he wants to come to the Arsenal. I'm aware of that. But then, like, I turn on TV, I'm watching the game. I'm like, hold on, Eze's just walked out of the Emirates. Oh, what's going on here? Why has no one told me that? So yeah, it was like a lovely surprise for me. I literally just dropped the baby, just had to watch the game like that.
But the baby is okay.
The baby's okay, yeah. But yeah, no, it was so special. I had goosebumps, like. And you know how much it means to him as well, which was the best part. But genuinely, like, tear to my eye. It was amazing.
I love that because you must be one of the only people that was like genuinely shocked by that.
Genuinely, I saw that. I was like,
nice.
let me go on my Instagram. And then I saw the video with Ian Wright and all that. I was like, what's going on? Like, oh, it was amazing.
In a world where we rarely get surprised now with social media and stuff, Jez, you love to see it.
Yeah, you're probably the only one that was surprised there because.
And I think I'm the best one, to be honest, because that was an amazing surprise. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Eze, shall we have a look at how we line up today then against Nottingham Forest, Jez? Here is the starting 11. There we go. Oh, yeah, poster boy. Zubimendi, Marino, Odegaard, Madueke, Eze, Gyökeres. I mean, that is so exciting. I don't even know where to start, Jez. We saw this, spoiler alert, about, I don't know, half an hour ago. And we were like, oh, whoa, that is a really exciting lineup. I don't know about you. I mean, it makes sense, right? We've obviously got a few injuries and international break that's happened and some of the players playing in that. But I don't think I was quite expecting this lineup. However, I'm so excited by it. What do you make of it?
I think that's the beauty of this season with the depth in the squad. Is like every game we're going to get surprises, but good one. We're going to think, oh, I didn't think of that, but I'm quite excited about this one. And like you just said, you look at this team and you think, I didn't think of that, but I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to see them playing. Obviously, you know, this man's first game, definitely, you know, first game at the Emirates. It'll be a special occasion for him. But yeah, no, this starting 11 for me looks very, very strong. I've always said that Mikel was quite predictable last year in terms of we kind of knew the starting 11 even, you know, before coming to the game. And I think now, with all them players that we've signed over the summer, we're just going to get like, you know, excitement and surprises every weekend. And even for him as a manager, having that option to have a couple of players injured and still put out a starting 11 that strong, he must feel like grateful and privileged to be able to do that.
Oh yeah, this is what we have been waiting for, right? Like, it's so exciting to even look at the bench, even with injuries, and be like, yeah, that's good.
You think of Rice being on the bench. When is the last time we saw him on the bench? Last year, Rice, there was no question about Rice being on the bench and rested at any point. He was going to start every single game. So having that option of resting a player after he's played a couple of games for England, it's just beautiful. It's amazing. And that's thing take us to the next level, and we know what that level is. It's winning that Premier League, right?
I heard some of your reactions here to that lineup, Jensen. You've grabbed the microphone.
Absolutely. I think you've hit the nail on the head there. You know, I've been an Arsenal fan from as long as I can remember, and you know, this sort of squad depth is something I have never seen before. Right? When we can go onto the bench and bring on world beaters, do you know what I mean? And wonder kids and that kind of thing. And not only from the back to the front, do you know what I mean? It's like going into every game, it's no worries, no matter how the starting lineup changes, swaps, shifts, changes, whatever, right? I'm always confident in the 11 that's going out. And that's something that I'm just so happy for as an Arsenal fan. Do you know what I mean? No matter who we're playing, no matter who's injured, I'm always confident of the replacement. And I think as Arsenal fans, we've got to be very, you know, grateful for that, for sure.
100%.
It's a good feeling, isn't it?
Oh, it is a good feeling.
A newer feeling. But it feels nice. We like it, don't we? And we're going to come back to you guys in a minute because there's one man that is always hanging around the players' entrance. Frimmy, of course. Always trying to get a handshake, a fist bump. Frimmy, how's it going down there?
The international break is over and we are back at the Emirates, and I can't wait to see the boys in action. How you doing? And yeah, it's going to be a great day. Of course, we have got Nottingham Forest today, and the last time they were here, we ran out 3-0 winners. Now let's have a look and see who comes off the bus. Also, I wanted to say, oh man, everyone's gassed today, man. They're probably glad that the boys are back from the international break, and we had some great performances from some of our Arsenal players. We've got Gyökeres. How you doing, man? You good? What's going on, man? You right? What's going on? You good? How you? Let's go, man. You right? Leo, what's going on? You right? You good? Hey, you right? Hey. Nice haircut, man. Yes, good. You good? Right, hey, you got Matchday, of course, getting his first goal in England colours. His first goal, international goal, sorry. Yes, Ethan, you right? You good? Yeah, you good? Come on, let's go. How you doing, man? My boy. Hey, you right? You good? Yeah, all right. Love, Miles, looking very focused. That's what we like to see. Man, like, that's good, man. Yes, you right? Let's go. Gabby, you right? Hello, Fury, how you doing, man? You good? Yeah, of course, our player of the month there, Calafori. Hopefully he has another great game today. Our new signing, there we go. It's the first time he has come to the Emirates. How you doing, man? You good? Yeah, I'm good, man. You right? What's going on? You right? What's going on? Moreno, you good? Of course, hat-trick hero there. International duty, absolutely doing the bits. Yes, you right? You good? Oh, and of course, Big Gabby is here as well. How you doing, man? You good? How you doing? What's going on? You good? I'm alright, I'm good. Nice one. Big Gabby doing his duties over there, saying hi to some of the supporters. So I'm going to throw it back to you guys, and hopefully we can get the 3 points today. Come on, Arsenal.
Great stuff. Thank you so much, Frim. Oh, you know what? He did well, to be fair, right? He did well. We're impressed. Gabriel.
He's got something with Gabriel. There's something going on there. He's the only one that every time you can feel Freemy wants that handshake, but he's just so focused and he cracks on.
I know. I was looking out for it and I was like, will it be today? No, apparently not. We started something new this season, and you might have seen it if you were watching the show for the Leeds game. It is the Live from N5 Hero of the Week. Ooh. And we've spent a lot of money getting a really good frame here in the studio. Beautiful. Really nice. And that is, we have now unveiled the Hero of the Week. It is Mikel Merino. What a performance. International duty, I mean, obviously we saw a fair few Arsenal players playing during the break and doing really well. But God, what a standout performance from him. A couple of performances, Jez.
Well, yeah, a couple of great performances. 4 goals in 2 games, right?
Yeah.
So, obviously playing for Spain, you know, it's a very strong country at the moment. You expect them to kind of beat everybody at the moment in them qualifier game, but he's, scored 4 goals. So, yeah, people saying he's a striker, right?
Zuba got an assist. We obviously had Piero Hincapié. I feel like I've got to say it in like a bit of a vibe.
Why do you have to do the Spanish accent a bit?
With 2 clean sheets. England, Madueke. I mean, we were talking about him earlier. Like, he's been so impressive, right? And then you love to see it, and then Rice as well. They kind of switch, right? One of them got a goal, the other one assist, and then switched the other way for the second England game.
The Arsenal connection, right?
Yeah. Odegaard as well, got 2 assists and a goal. Gyökeres with an assist as well. I mean, that's what we want to see, right?
Yeah.
Everyone chipping in. And Jez, how important is that momentum for Arsenal players? Of course, not in the Arsenal squad, but on international duty and then coming back into the Premier League season.
Of course, it's all individual, isn't it? It's like you just go to play for your national team, and I know it's not Arsenal, it's not the group, but you want to do well for your country and don't want to come back injured, obviously. So that's just a plus from every players that went away. They came back fit. They all played well, all enjoyed themselves, scored 1 game. So it can't be better for us, really. They're all coming back fit and ready to perform today. So in terms of confidence, that's all you want. You just want to keep playing, scoring, assisting, playing well. And then, coming back here. Sometimes, I remember Arsene Wenger used to say, like, international break is a bit of a 50-50. You never know what you're getting back after it. But after this one, it's all positive, nothing negative about it. So
for sure. It felt like it came so soon into the season because, I mean, it did. But then, when you see everyone comes back unscathed, generally, and good results as well, it's all right, isn't it? We'll take it.
It's good, we'll take it.
We can't complain, it's okay.
I'm sure Mikel must have been happy after the last game and thinking, well, they're all done well, they're all fit, that's it, get the weekend now.
Yeah. Deep breath, a sigh of relief, I'm sure. Jez, we have our first guest of the show joining us. Look at the smile on your face. You were so excited because this guy is, of course, a huge gooner. He's an MMA fighter. Jez is a big fan, and let's do him justice. PFL World Tournament Lightweight Champion. It is Alfie Davis. There's like a mixture of reactions. It's like nice shirt, whoa, look at the belt. Like there's so much going
I like the
on.
shirt though. Shirt looks nice.
I actually stole it off you. Yeah, I was watching your show and was like, you look good in that. So then.
Thank you. You see it?
You got to give him props.
Inspirational. Welcome to the show. It's so good to have you here.
Thank you.
Is that heavy? Is the belt heavy?
Yeah, give it a go if you want.
Oh God, I'm scared. Oh my God. Oh wow. Oh, that is a bit, isn't it?
It's a bit heavy,
Gosh.
yeah.
And you just have it on your shoulder like that for a while. Good luck. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Hold on. We'll give you a second to put it back on. Congratulations on that. Firstly, though, we always like to hear people's stories and how they became an Arsenal supporter. So, how did you become a Gooner?
Yeah, I was sort of born in it. My dad was an Arsenal fan, and then a lot of my friends from school were Arsenal fan. But I grew up in Enfield, so it was like a mixture of Arsenal and Tottenham. So I was like, I was always having fights with the Tottenham fans, and that's probably how I got into MMA, to be honest with you.
So I'm guessing you won most of the fights.
Yeah, well, I don't know. But it was a mixed batch, I'd say, yeah.
What are some of your earliest memories then from supporting Arsenal? Maybe players that you idolised and looked up to, or games or goals or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, it was the Invincible period for me.
Yeah.
That was a good period, and Dennis Bergkamp, he was one of my favourites. And yeah, when he scored that goal against Newcastle, that was I still have that. Yeah, the flick around. So that's probably and obviously Thierry Henry. But yeah, that's the best memories, I'd say.
Oh,
and hopefully we're going to replicate that season. Like we're going to get the champions, and hopefully we get there. Yeah.
We've been talking about our signings this summer, and we just looked at the lineup. I'm guessing you've seen it. I don't know. You might have been looking around the stadium.
I've not seen the lineup,
It's good. It's good. It's good. How have you kind of thought the season started, and what have you made of the summer signing?
Yeah, I like Gyökeres. Actually, people thought I was just a lookalike for Gyökeres.
Same hairdo.
Similar hairdo and stuff. Yeah. So I'm hoping that I think that's what we needed up front, and then hopefully it's gonna do it. And then I think it's gonna be an exciting game today with him playing and Ange like bringing his attacking football. So I think we're gonna have an exciting game, and I think hopefully banging a few, and I think we'll get a few goals today. Yeah.
I know you're absolutely thrilled. Jez loves. I was going to say Jez loves fighting, which sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? You're not. You're lovely. You're not a fighter.
I'm not.
No, you're not. However, you do like mixed martial arts. You like boxing. That's all your vibe, isn't it?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
So you always love it when we get guests on.
Absolutely, yeah.
From that realm.
Yes, I'm always very interested to find out a lot of different stuff. So yeah, quite enjoy it, I must say.
He's understating it. I took him for a session on Thursday. I was like, you done any fighting before? He's like, no. He gets his stance. I'm like, hold on a second. I do some kicks on the pad. I'm like, leave it out, mate.
We've got the video. We've got the proof. But, I mean, we've already spoken about this. So, World Tournament Lightweight Champion. Ta-da! Congratulations!
That's amazing. Look at this.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
This. I find this so crazy. Hello. Okay. I mean, I was going to say, how does it feel? But I also want to hear about those dance moves. But congratulations. How did it feel to win that?
It's a bit surreal, to be honest with you, because yesterday was 1 month, and it's a bit surreal because there was obviously winning it. I was for that fight in particular, the title. I was a 10-1 underdog against a Dagestani team, so it was like there's a big team in Dagestan where like they're. And to be a 10-1 in like a 2-horse fight, it's like massive. So yeah, you can see me crying here, but it was joy.
How do you feel about seeing the video again? I bet you've watched it a million times now.
Yeah, I watch it back and I'm like, is that actually me? I'm still trying to work it out because it's only been a month, and I'm still pinching myself. And
is a lot of things changed since that happened?
I'm getting a bit more abuse from the Dagestanis. Not really, to be honest with you. I mean, my bank balance looks a bit better. Apart from that, not really. I mean, just getting on with life. But it's good. It's what I've been working for so many years. So yeah.
Does it make it even sweeter to have been such an underdog as well?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I went in there and everyone thought I was going to lose, so I was smiling after at them and put my thumbs up. But yeah, it was a very sweet victory, to be honest with you.
Oh, amazing. You've already kind of given a bit of a spoiler, but I was going to ask you, about training and everything, how you prepare. But we've got such an MMA geek here. We thought we'd send Jez down to meet you and find out a bit more. Let's have a look.
Alfie, nice to meet you, man. Okay, nice to see you.
The sort of kick that's taken over MMA the last few years is a calf kick. Good, then your left one. Yes, definitely the football coming out. This here is going to lift up and then push your hips into it here.
So it's like...
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, then again. Yes. We call it like the donkey kick or the back kick. So that you're going to start, I'll come next to you here, we've got left foot forward. So these are the stages you go, step, turn, look, kick like a donkey.
So, tack.
Oh, there we go, and again. Oi, go, kick, kick. Time. Tiring, eh? Yeah, there we go.
Kidding me.
Come get me, elbow. Hey, good elbow. Hey, put me on the back foot. And again, knee. Get back up. Elbow. Hey, back kick. Knee. Switch knee. Hey, elbow. Hey, and time.
And I'm dead. Alfie just killed me.
That was good, man. Picked it out well. So what we do is, my arm goes in and you're going to try to get your arm in. It's called pummeling.
What, this
one?
one?
This one here, yeah, go in. And this over tie the arm. That's what gives you good control.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, turn off. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, exactly, yeah. Game over, yeah?
Oh, yes! Well done!
I'll just say, thank you for making me look that good, right? Because he could have beat me up in like this, right?
Yeah, I felt like, Alfie, you were being quite kind.
Very nice,
Jez.
yeah. I gave him just
A bit on the side.
Yeah,
That's why the bank
please.
balance looks so good.
I haven't got that kind of money.
Was he good?
Yeah, natural athlete, and yeah, those back kicks were nice. Hit me really nice. So
You can tell me properly off camera, it's all right. We won't
Thank
embarrass
you. I'll
Jez
give you
live
a
on
little-
air.
he's definitely practiced before. There's no way it's his first time.
Alfie, before we let you go, we just want to get a score prediction for us for today's game, please. What you got?
I think 3-1. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, sweet. We'll take that. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, have you got a little gift?
Yeah, I've got a little.
Oh,
This is cute.
oh, look at that. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, we brought you a gift from the PFL.
Oh, thank you, Nico.
Sorry. Yeah.
I don't need a gift, guys, whatever. Oh, no, that's really sweet. That's very wholesome.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Yeah,
Nice
thank
one.
you, guys.
All right, please give it up one more time for Alfie Davis. Thank you. See you later. Enjoy the game. Aww. Oh, Jez, you're so happy with your gift, aren't you? Look
Best
at
time of the
Jez's
show
face.
for me, this.
I never get this reaction when you see me.
Well,
Alfie comes in, your face lights up.
what can I say? I see you quite often. It hasn't got the same effect anymore, Nico. Sorry.
Okay, I wonder how your face is going to light up when our next guest comes into the room. We like to have former Arsenal players here on the show, right? You guys have seen it. So we have one for you today. Former Arsenal striker. FA Cup, Community Shield winner. Please put your hands together for Yaya Sanogo. I love that reaction. That was, this is cool.
I don't get that reaction when I come in.
Not bitter at all. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy to come back at Emirates, and especially it's a big club like Arsenal I play, so it's an honor to come back,
Yeah. How does it feel when you do come back to the Arsenal? Because, you know, everyone says when they used to play for Arsenal that it feels like you're part of a big family, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's true. It's big family because, you know, everybody feel like it's like a family, you know. So for me, Arsenal is a part of my heart, you know.
Oh.
I would say, you know, once a gunner is always a gunner. It's like you come to the club and then you just something so special that we all connect through. You know, it's like it's in the blood.
Yeah, it's in the blood. You joined when you were 20 years old, right? So young. What was it like for you when you first came to Arsenal?
At the beginning, it was hard because, you know, when I came from Auxerre and next day you came, you play with Ozil, Sanchez, you know.
Ballers.
You know, ballers, and you said, oh, okay, now you're in the big team, so you need to be the same level, you know. After I working very hard and I have confidence about the boss. The boss gave me a lot of confidence, and I was like many experiences from that player.
Yeah. What is it like then in your first training session when you've come to North London, you've come to a big club like the Arsenal, and yeah, you're training alongside those players and these big names? It must be quite scary, quite overwhelming, right? And exciting, of course.
No, yeah, exciting and scared, not because I have confidence of me. So, you know, you have excitation quick, but when you train, if you are inside to the team, you have quality to play. So after you don't think so about if he's a better player or not, you play.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. What are some of your favourite memories then, or your one favourite moment from playing at Arsenal?
It was when we won the final, because because we didn't won, I think, trophy for 10 years. And I have an impact when I came on the pitch, because the boss tell me when you go to the pitch, you need to have impact. And after that game, I think I have some, I can say, respect about the teammate, about the coach, about everything. And after that, I give more minutes, more games, and for me, it was the best moment I had.
Yeah, it must be really special winning the FA Cup, like as supporters. You know, I love the FA Cup. I love it. It's art. I love it. Yeah, to win that.
It's very hard to win trophy, you know. So,
yeah.
Come back. You want the corner?
The smile. I just.
You won the corner.
You won the corner.
For the third?
No, it was the second. Yeah, second. The second one.
I love that you remember that, and Yaya's like, did I?
Yeah, it's got to think.
Like, did that happen? We're going to let you go shortly, but I know you've played for clubs all over the world. Arsenal have a huge fan base globally. Has there been Arsenal supporters everywhere that you've played?
They have impact everywhere in the world. I saw, because I play in China, in Brazil, in Armenia, and it was, I said, we are, for me, one of the biggest clubs of the world. Because
yeah, we love it. And how do you see today going? What is your score prediction?
I think it will be a tough game, but we will win 3-1, I think.
3-1, sounds good. What was the phrase you were teaching me earlier in French? Jeremy was trying to teach me a bit of French.
Yeah, she knows you were coming.
Comme ci, comme ça.
Je lui ai dit comme ci, comme ça, on dit pas.
No, okay. I don't know what you said there, but it was really nice. Right, we're going to let you go. Thank you so much for joining us. Please, one more time. This is very sweet. I love the handshaking, everyone.
We don't have this normally.
No, I know. Jez, I'm going to give you this microphone to pass down. Bye, thank you so much. Oh, this is what I love, part of the Arsenal family. I do love it when we've just got like supporters and everyone in here, content creators, so everyone who loves the club that have really good knowledge, like yourself, where like you have a former player here and you're telling them about their career. I love that. It's
that happens all the time to me. Oh, you were so good that game, and I'm thinking, I don't remember it.
You're like, sure.
Yeah.
Just smile and nod.
Yeah.
I believe we have another guest.
Wow.
I mean, they just keep coming. Oh, no, wait, he's not ready. Spoiler alert. But I think we are going to go pitch side to our tactician, Adrian Clark and Frimmy. Guys, hello. How's it going down there?
What's going on, guys, and welcome pitchside ahead of that game against Nottingham Forest. It feels like the football gods have come for us. Like the sun's out, it was so miserable before, but we are here for a massive game.
Beautiful day it's turned out to be, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I was just admiring your dance moves there.
Oh
for a bit.
yeah, I know, right?
Just before
Hopefully you
we
guys
came
didn't
on
catch
air.
it before.
No, it was sweet. You know, the way you were moving. So geez, I was impressed.
Listen, I've got to teach you sometimes. Just come around and I'll show you some of the moves. Mate, of course, we had an international break. How did you spend it? You have a good little break?
Yeah, it didn't work too hard. I mean, it was quite nice, not to be quite hell for leather day in, day out. But I've got to say, when I rocked up at Emirates Stadium today, I felt quite excited. It feels like we didn't need the rest, but the rest has done us all a little bit of good, and I'm very, very enthused about what we can see here this afternoon.
Yeah,
beautiful day, hopefully a top performance.
A lot of our players went off on international duty, and some of them really performed. Of course, we had Mikel Moreno scoring a hat-trick for Spain, Noni getting his first goal in England colours.
They did really well, didn't they?
Did you have a look at those games?
Yeah, of course, No, I watched England. I thought Noni Madueke was good in both the games. I mean, his goal was lovely, wasn't it, over in Serbia? And it's a goal that I can see Arsenal replicating.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, the ball may be in from Declan
and then it went
into
to Roger.
Martin Ødegaard, like a little flick round the corner from Martin, for Noni to race through. Maybe we'll see something like that today. That would be nice.
That would be really good.
It's great for him because, you know, he came here and not everyone was on board with the signing. But I think everyone now can see what a talented boy he is. We just want to see him score those kind of goals for us.
Love that. Sorry, the tunes here are absolutely banging. I nearly started dancing again. It's all crazy. Of course, Eza is getting his first start here at the Emirates. What can we expect from him, man? I feel like everyone's been crying to see him start here at the Emirates.
Isn't it? I'm excited. I think that he can come in off that left and be a real threat for us. I mean, he came on at Anfield, didn't he? And I think we were all thinking, I wish we'd seen him earlier. He looked so sharp. It looked like he was going to make something happen every time he got the ball. It didn't go as well for him with England, unfortunately. Like, I don't think anyone really played well, apart from maybe from Madueke and Elliot Anderson, who plays for Forest here today. So, like, he's had that little setback, but I think he'll be hungry to impress. It's his full debut. It's a real special afternoon for Everett Chiesa and his family, and I'd love to see him score. Wouldn't you?
That would just be a fairy tale, man.
It would take the roof off. Last time we were here, of course, it was Leeds. Great win, you know, handsome victory. Gyökeres got off to a flyer. This whole stadium was alive, loving it. I think today would be lovely if it was Eza had his moment.
Yeah, brilliant. Of course, Saliba out, but Mascara steps in. It's a big day for him, man, starting here at the Emirates.
It's a big day for any young player when they get your first start in the Premier League, you know, in front of your own supporters. But I think it's a sensible move. I know that William Saliba's back training, which is brilliant. But we don't need to risk it because Mascara came in at Anfield. In my opinion, he looked like one of our best players. I thought he was outstanding, actually.
Yeah, he was good.
He kind of put Ekatike in his back pocket. His passing was good. He looked like he had the temperament of an Arsenal player. Because
he carried the ball well as well.
There's loads of good players out there, but to play for a club this size, under this much pressure, you have to have it up there as well. And I think Mascara looked like he felt at home. I don't think it'll faze him today. I hope he has a great game.
Let's have a little chat about Nottingham Forest. Of course, the last time they were here, we beat them 3-0. Is this a different side? Of course, they've got a new manager as well. So it could, you know, new win, new manager bounce.
Well, I hope not.
I really hope not.
As soon as I saw the new manager come in, I'm like, no, because it's a thing. like players will absolutely try harder for a new manager because they want to impress.
Yeah, they want to be in this
It's
first
understandable.
team. Yeah.
The fact that it's Ange Postecoglou adds a bit of spice.
Yeah.
I think, you know, I'm going to be commentating from just behind the away dugout.
Yeah.
I think that he's going to get pelters. I mean, that much is clear. The fans are going to give him some stick. I don't expect him to play super attacking football like he did at Tottenham. It's a bit too early for that, but it's going to be a fascinating match. Hopefully, we can just have a little bit too much for Forest. They're a good team, but I do think we'll have too much and we'll win the game.
Oh, listen, it's going to be a great game as well. And guys, we are really excited to see what's going to happen. Score predictions before we go.
2-1. I think it's going to be closer than people expect, but we'll get the job done.
I'm going to go for 3-1. So, guys, I'm going to send it back to you.
Thank you so much, guys. Lovely stuff. They are excited. We are excited in here. And I have a feeling our next guest will be excited. Jeremy. That's right. Oh, another guest here live from N5. A friend of the show, TV presenter, radio presenter, all-round legend, and a huge gooner. It is the brilliant Roman Kemp. Hello, nice to see you. You're going to get very hot in that leather jacket.
Hello.
Like the
Very
jacket.
quick.
So, I feel like I'm here every week. I'm so sorry I keep popping up.
Oh, we like to have you.
It's nice seeing you, friend of the show now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's nice to hear.
Yeah. How are you? How are you doing?
Good. Yeah. Today's obviously game first, massive game, and a little bit worried, but that's me every match.
It really is actually.
Yeah, it really is. But no, today's a really special one because there's something that we've been working on with Arsenal and with all 20 Premier League clubs alongside the league, which is the initiative of Together Against Suicide. It's kind of been something I had the idea about two and a bit years ago, and I took it to our current CEO at the time, Vinay Venkatesham, and Vinay and I worked on it. He went to Spurs. Nah. As soon as Vinay heard what we wanted to do, which was finally see a place where all 20 Premier League clubs could come together and support the same initiative. That is not easy to bring everyone together. Yeah. Like it really is the same rivalry on the field as it is off it sometimes. But on this, it was a very much a unanimous yes. And then Vinay again was the one who ended up taking it. We had a phone call with Richard Masters, the head of the Premier League, and I have to say it was probably the fastest meeting in a positive way that I've ever had. It was like, what do you want to do? Yeah, we'll do it for years. Yeah, that's fine. And so, Richard Masters and the Prem, is a massive shout to them. And today is massive. For people that don't know a lot of the facts and things like that, it's something that, when you walk into a football stadium, I always thought about it. I was like, you look around and you see the demographic of people that go to football, right? And then you look at the demographic that is a part of things like suicide and poor mental health, and if you think about it, right, we've got 60,000 people in this stadium today. If it's 1 in 4 men that are suffering suicidal thoughts throughout some point in their life, that's 15,000 people in here. Yeah. And then we've got game weeks all up and down the country. And then when you multiply that, it's around 84,000 people every match day within that demographic that you can help save their life in some way. And it's been a really challenging thing to get it off the ground. And I've worked in suicide prevention for a while now, and the funniest thing is everyone kind of looks at it, and whenever they talk to me about it, they'll say, oh, you do that thing and you talk about... And they won't say the word, which is really odd, but I get it. It's an uncomfortable thing to talk about. It feels uncomfortable. And so today's going to be crazy because the campaign is Together Against Suicide, and to see that word, around this stadium, and for fans to know now that each of their clubs have somewhere for their fans to go to when they're struggling, whether or not that be QR codes that you can confidentially scan throughout the stadium, whether or not that be someone you can go and reach out to. Arsenal, in fact, here, they have the Arsenal Community Hub just down the corner. It is, Arsenal are really pioneers in this initiative and in this pilot. There's 11 other clubs that are taking it to the nth degree this weekend. So, sorry, I'll stop talking now. But that's why we're here. Yeah.
It's brilliant. So just to pick up on what you said, Roman.
Yeah.
If you're an Arsenal supporter and you're struggling or you just want someone to talk to, you can go to the Arsenal Hub.
Yes, you can go
get
to the
some
Arsenal
support.
Hub. Yeah, there'll be QR codes. There'll be lots about it. It's on the Arsenal website as well. And that's not just for someone that themselves is having those thoughts, having those feelings, which, by the way, are completely natural. Told you those stats. It's 1 in 4 guys. And there's more than 4 of us guys in this room, and for women it's the exact same. If it's for yourself or even for your partner, you can go there and reach out.
Yeah, All Action Weekly
On the phone to you, which is so tough because at the minute we're at a crisis point where, if you go to the NHS and CAMS, who are working so hard and doing so much great work, they're simply just so overloaded. With where they are, and those waiting lists are about 18 months. But the fact that Arsenal has the capability to work with the local charities, the local communities within Islington and the borough, means that those charities can see you within 2 to 3 days. And that is, like, when you're at a crisis point, that's exactly what you need.
Yeah, I mean, amazing work that you've done. I know that it's close to your heart and that it's really special. And the fact that you've been working on this for years is incredible. Another round of applause. No, brilliant, Roman. I'm aware that you need to go pitch side in a second, so we're going to really quickly ask you for your Hall of Fame moment. That's what we're doing here, live from N5. Yeah. Favourite moment of the past 20 years at Emirates Stadium?
I know a lot of you have kind of taken some of my favourites already, but I'm going to throw one out there as well. My favourite that wasn't picked already was David Raya Porto in the Champions League, when I really thought, oh no, are we not going to make it to the quarter-final? And the saves after saves, and watching Arsenal take on a penalty shootout and feeling fantastic about it was so amazing. But at the same time, I couldn't breathe.
Okay, fair play.
So that
iconic stuff. That will go straight into our live from N5 Hall of Fame. Right, Roman Kemp, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. We'll let you go pitch side. Nice to see you. See you later, Roman. Oh, brilliant stuff. It's such an important cause, right? And Roman speaks so well. I mean, that is literally what he does for a living, right? He is a broadcaster, a brilliant one at that. But it's great just to see the club getting involved in something that we know is so big, so important, and affects so many people as well.
100%, and I'm really happy to hear him saying that it was the quickest call he had with the Premier League, because that should be the quickest call. When you've got somebody like him just working hard on trying to spread the help and really need the backup and need the Premier League, surely it can't be a long conversation. There's no negotiation in today. Something so important these days that, just listening to him is great insight. And then I'm super happy that obviously the club are behind him and just supporting the cause, definitely.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. You just heard me there very quickly talk about our Hall of Fame. So if you missed the Leeds game, where were you? We have started the Live from N5 Hall of Fame. Woo! We've already inducted, was it two moments? So it's basically, this season, we are celebrating 20 years here at Emirates Stadium. I can't believe it's been 20 years. Wow, I know, right?
Wow,
that's crazy. It makes me feel ancient. So we want to, throughout the season, induct some of our favourite moments from the Emirates Stadium era into the Hall of Fame. I don't know why I keep pointing over here. There's nothing there to do with the Hall of Fame. So we have one each, right? We don't always agree, Jez and I, you see, this is the problem. So we've both picked a moment.
Yeah.
Right?
Just remind me who won the first moment on the first show?
I wanted Arsene Wenger's last day managing here. Iconic. What did you go for? Thierry Henry?
Thierry Henry's return, right? Return of the king. Come on.
Number one.
David Seaman went for Declan Rice's free kicks.
Against Madrid.
Real Madrid. Fair. I love that there was not this energy for my pick, by the way. Arsene Wenger, absolute hero. Yours won. Yours did win, didn't it?
100% to 0%.
That's a lie. Factually incorrect, but not far off. So I think we've got David Seaman's moment, because it's David Seaman. You can't say no to him, can you? So it goes straight in. Your pick. We've got a different pick each today. Jez, you may go first. I know people will be watching this live on YouTube, so let us know in the comments section who's your backing to go into the Hall of Fame. Okay, we're going to do a vote. Please pick mine. Okay, you go first.
So mine is Arshavin scoring that winner against Barcelona in 2011, beating the best team in the world at that time. Jack Wilshere making Xavi and all them look silly. Messi just, it was crazy, right? And what about this goal from Van Persie?
Okay. Okay, so let us know in the live chat what you think of this. Obviously, yes, iconic moment. We're going to just keep watching it and watching it and watching it.
Counter-attack to his best look. Oh, yes.
Okay. Okay.
What are we thinking?
It
wins already, right?
No, I'm not having any of this, Jez. In the studio here, we're already saying it wins already. No. I feel like I'm pitching in like a board meeting. Or I'm like Dragon's Denning right now. Okay, it's an iconic moment here at Emirates Stadium. Cool, well done. Mine. Right. Do I need to say any more than Reece Nelson?
Yes.
Come on. Like, iconic. So, need I remind you, we were 2-0 down. There was that crazy goal. They went up like 9 seconds into the game. This was a 97th minute. The elation. You probably all remember where you were watching it, that feeling, that was iconic. We will all remember that, won't we? Look, maybe there's a bit of recency bias. That's what I'm hoping here.
It's working.
Right? Jez, come on, you've got to admit, this was crazy.
That was crazy. It's a great goal, great finish.
Power.
All I'll say is Bournemouth.
No, I'm not. No. It is what it meant at the time. 100%. Spoiler.
What are we guys on? This one or Barcelona? Okay. Well, let's see everybody that can. Please vote for me.
Let us know in the chat. That's desperate. YouTube live chat, please get in touch. I feel like you've got to go for mine. That was iconic. The thing is, it's quite hard to pick ones out because there are just so many moments, obviously from 20 years here at Emirates Stadium, that we could choose from. And hopefully there'll be some this season that could be that big that they go with. Maybe like Eze hat-trick today.
Oh.
Crazier things have happened, am I right? Okay, we're going to play a game. This is called Time Capsule. So I'll tell you how it works, and then we need one person who wants to take part. But maybe I'll let you know what the game is before, just before anyone commits to it. So we've got 5 pictures of Arsenal games from recent years. There are 3 points up for grabs with each photo. Okay, all you need to do is tell us the club we're playing at, the name of the ground, and the year, not the season, the year the photo was taken in. So some of you are probably a bit young, so might not even remember some of these games and moments. It's quite hard, Jez. You want to go for it? Yeah, I love that. Hold on, we've got a microphone here. Come on up. Don't be shy. Crime journalist, right? Yep. Yeah, nice to properly meet you. Okay, so I think we're going to show you them here on the screen behind. Now, if we think we know, maybe at the start, you can whisper to each other, but don't shout it out. Yeah, a little. If you're really struggling and need help, maybe we'll let you phone a friend in here. So, shall we have a look at the first picture? So remember, you are telling us the club we're playing at, the name of the ground, and the year the photo was taken in. I feel like you've
Blackburn,
got to have...
Ewood Park.
Christ!
Yeah. And that kit is, hold on, that's Adebayo, that's 08.
Oh my God, yeah. Wow. Okay.
That's good.
Okay, so you get 3 points. Ding for that. Producer Callum, I hope you're keeping count because I can't count past 3 apparently. Wow, 3. Well done. That was so impressive. Okay, next one on the screen, please. Merci. What an iconic picture.
Obviously, that's 2003 to 4. Hold up, hold on. That's
really close.
Hold on.
I really want to help.
3-4. It's 3-4, 2003 to 4. And
how are you meant to guess where we are?
I can't think, but that looks like the picture making me think against Leeds, but the stadium's looking like
St James's Park, Newcastle.
No. Do you want to get any help? Like so close.
I want to give it a go.
Okay.
Is that the old White Hot Lane? No. Chance.
No. I like that you're correcting yourself. I'll give you a moment to process your thoughts over there. Okay, you were so close with the year. It was actually 2002, but it was the 02-03 season. We're being really harsh here. The Valley, Charlton.
Oh!
Also, I love stuff like this when everyone goes, I knew that.
I couldn't tell from the stadium.
There wasn't enough stadium. I don't make the rules, guys.
If I saw a flat there, I would have knew.
If you saw a flat there, you would have known. Okay, right, let's have a look at the next one. Oh, you've done so well, though, so far. Okay, where is this?
No, that's
What's
Newcastle.
the year?
That's definitely Newcastle.
Yeah.
That is, this is the dark times. This is like, I want to say this is 2010, 11. This is, wait, Jack's there. No, wait, hold on.
I need a final answer, please.
All right, that's definitely Newcastle. It's definitely St James's Park. The year, wait, Theo's there.
Give us a year. I'm going to need to push you now for a year.
2009, 2010.
No, but you got 2 points. So St James's Park, Newcastle, 2013.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's that season.
Right, next picture. I love that you said a different year and then you're like, yeah.
Oh, you know what? Javinha, I should have seen. Yeah, if I'd seen him, maybe.
Right, next one, please. Right, where are we and what's the year?
That's West Ham. What are they called? The Olympic Stadium, whatever they call that thing.
It's the old one.
What is that? That's not Upton Park.
Yeah.
Is that Upton Park?
Yeah. I'll give you that anyway. We're feeling kind.
Upton
Let's go
Park.
Upton Park. No.
The
apparently
year.
don't
Puma. That's
quick. Yeah.
We spoke about this.
2014.
No.
2014.
Upton Park, West Ham, 2016.
Damn.
Oh,
Is it-
this
we
is
were
so
talking about
much.
earlier, yeah.
Right, this is the final
God.
one. Let's see if we can get all 3 points. Let's have a look.
Oh, damn. Oh, all right, cool.
Where
So,
are we?
Birmingham, St Andrews.
Yeah.
The kit. What year is that? Nasri. That's like, I can't say the kit properly.
It's
That's,
so hard.
Is that?
Let us know at home if you're playing along and how you did, by the way.
Nasri. What? 2009. 2010.
2011.
Damn. So years that's
so well, though. Final score, 8 points.
Not bad. That's
good. Well done. Take a bow, please. You did very well.
Very good, man.
Oh, well done. How would you have done, Jez?
I've done it.
And how did you do, honestly?
Terrible.
Badly, yeah. I'd have done really badly.
Terrible.
That was so good, though. We'll have more games next week on the show as well. But last time out on the show, we took you to Shoba Realty Training Centre for behind the scenes with Victor Gyökeres. I mean, Frimmy and I chatted to him. We tested out his reflexes as well. And this time, it's the turn of Declan Rice. Let's have a look.
Always feel like,
good job you done, man. You come on.
What's going on? Did you get part way into shot and then like walked out?
Oh man.
Also, just then, I went for a kind of fist bump, but also to shake your hands, and we just did like a whip. Wait, hold on. Speaking of handshakes.
You ready?
I said it was a bit. Yeah.
It's so late.
It's alright. It works.
Sorry. Let's just have a moment there. What's that? Pew. What was it?
I don't know. He was on the plane going back from Singapore, and he was like, "Did I love my handshake?" I was like, "All right, cool."
He's like, bang.
And I've remembered it since.
Yeah, he actually reminded me over there, which is great.
Wait, wasn't your story earlier that Dec came up with
Yeah, Dec came up with
All right, I come up with it. I think you're a good idea.
Yeah, he did. He said, like I said, he said I should make a secret handshake for all of the players, but I don't think I'll be able to remember it.
No.
No, you would, bro. You're creative.
No way. Hold on, I feel like I'm missing
I might
out.
suggest it next time.
I'm trying to think on the spot of like a really quick handshake. Not with you, with Declan. Behave for me. A little, what are you doing? Something. Pew.
Pat. Damn, it's easy.
Okay,
simple.
we're just gonna do
you're
like
making
fist
one up
bump.
as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're gonna fist bump. I don't know. I'm panicking, guys. Right.
Help her out, Frim.
How? No, I've got mine.
Right. Fist bump. Then we're gonna hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't do that noise, but I'm just gonna go.
That's perfect. All right,
Yeah?
we're going. Ready?
Okay, right.
Bang.
Yes!
Okay. I might use that.
I love that. No, for me. You can't take it. Behave. Thank you so much for joining us, Dec.
No problem.
How are you doing?
I'm good, you?
Can you lift up the mic slightly because we want to hear your beautiful
Hello.
voice for everyone at home that will be watching. What are these days like for you? Because there is so much going on over here. We were trying to not give spoilers because over there is like where we're filming some of the social content for Arsenal.
Yep.
And you guys are playing, I can see Mikel playing some sort of like, I don't know, Jenga situation.
I've not been to that one yet.
That's
building
what's
something.
to come.
Yeah.
He's building something. You're doing like goal celebrations.
Yeah,
and
it's
walking
just
forward.
typical. You do it at the start of every season, just for the Premier League, TNT Sports,
Yeah.
fans across the world. You know, you have to do this day. It's quite long, but it's good.
How has the summer been then? And obviously you would have loved pre-season. We've spoken to some of the guys about it already, getting to go to Singapore, Hong Kong, see all of our incredible supporters out there. How much did you love it?
It was insane. Like, I'd never been to Hong Kong or Singapore. Singapore was probably one of the best countries I've ever been to.
Oh, I love that.
Like, it was just so good. Loved it there. Hong Kong was insane as well, even though it was shorter. But I think it's important we go to them countries and spend time with them because, you know, they're a massive part of our fan base, and yeah, we've got to spend time with them, so it's good.
Like one of your hobbies is golf. Was you able to golf out
Yeah, I
there?
played out there with Norgard, but it was too hot and humid. We only played 9 holes, so it was way too hot, to be honest with you. But we give it a go.
Yeah, fair.
Give it a go.
Because we've had a few more teammates added to the roster. Who had the best initiation song out there?
Mosquera. Did anyone else say Mosquera?
Yeah, someone said he was dancing.
Yeah, he didn't sing, he danced. It was crazy. I've never seen that.
What was it?
We
He
need
said
to
it was
find out more
He said
about
it was
this.
MJS.
I don't know what the song was, but he was dancing. It was unbelievable. Like, everyone was up, clapping him. Like, to do that takes some guts. And, like, usually,
That's
like,
new. Have you ever seen
people
it?
that sing, no, I've never seen that, ever.
Right, you ready, Dec? So we had Trossard do this and he was absolutely outstanding. Oh, okay.
I feel like they just go under it.
That's the whole point of the
No,
game.
I feel like it has to be like here.
He got too confident.
I'm out after this one.
Oh, brilliant. That's
that
decent,
was
man.
good. On that note,
Nice one,
hold on,
man.
no,
Thank you
hold
so
on,
much.
hold on.
Oh, you're gonna remember it?
Okay. Boom, boom.
Love
Yes,
that.
love that.
Nice
Thanks
one,
so
brother.
much.
Oh, sick.
Okay.
Oh, great stuff from myself, if I do say so, Jess.
Best friend with Declan Rice,
Yes,
right?
sorry, did you see? I don't know if you
right.
noticed, I've got a little handshake with Declan Rice now.
Oh, sorry. I love to see him coming in and remember the handshake.
He will actually, because he
Okay.
got up and did it himself. He instigated it at the end. I don't know if you were noticing that,
Okay,
Jess.
all right.
Anyway, we've had some of you get in touch on X, so let's have a little look at what you guys are saying. Oh, I love that. Just come on, you Gunners. Yep, fair play. Happy to see my boy Sanogo. It's free game. Come on, you Arsenal. Ah, that's cute. I like it when people watch the show on like their proper TVs. Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? I believe we also have the Hall of Fame results in. Now, ooh, indeed. Jez,
Yes.
I went for Reece Nelson, last minute winner against Bournemouth. No, who are you saying? Oh, can you see the results already? Oh, wow. Have you beaten me? Beating Barton in 2011. That is, you know what? Well done, James. I will be gracious in my loss. I'm fuming. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm joking, obviously. We love you. Thank you very much for voting. I'm angry. I'm not disappointed.
fine.
I'm
It's
actually
only
angry. It's okay.
2-0, that's
Yep,
all.
You can't
Can
win
always
them all.
come back,
It's
season's
fine.
long.
We move. We're going to move swiftly on, actually, because we need to go out in a minute because the players have come out. They are getting ready for kickoff. Jez, score prediction, please.
3-0.
3-0, yeah? We agree? We think, yeah? 3-0? 3-1.
3-1.
We've got a 3-1 as well. I'm going to go 3-1 as well.
We've had 3-3-1.
Okay.
Always 3, so we need to score 3.
All right, well,
Yeah.
we'll see. Should we get ready to go out? Yeah?
let's go.
Okay, that's enough from us. We'll be back at half-time. I love that you're literally physically going out before I've wrapped. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook or X, then head to arsenal.com and the app for live kick-by-kick commentary. But for now, we'll leave you in the capable hands of Adrian Clark. But first, Dan Roebuck.
Many thanks. Well, Arsenal are first up across Matchday 4 of the Premier League as the English top flight resumes following the September international break. The Gunners' stellar record off the back of national team fixtures put to the test by the visit of Nottingham Forest. Mikel Arteta's team have lost only 1 of 11 when resuming club football, but a familiar face from an old enemy is in the away dugout today as Ange Postecoglou takes charge of the tricky trees for the first time. The Australian aiming to take Forest to the next level. No easy task after Nuno Espirito Santo led the East Midlands club to Europa League qualification last term. Our focus, though, Adrian, is on Arsenal, and after defeat at Liverpool last time out, it is key the Gunners bounce back today.
It really is, yeah, of course it is. We don't want to fall too far behind Liverpool, and obviously this is a really challenging start to the season. You've got Man City at home, Newcastle away on the horizon. It feels, even though it's so early in the season, it feels like we really do need...
You know, he looks calm. The exterior looks calm on Ange Postecoglou, but inside his stomach will be doing somersaults, because make no mistake about it, this is about as tough as it gets in the Premier League this season, going to Arsenal.
And Forest are in their change kit this afternoon. They get the game underway, playing from right to left in the first half, and Forest in the off-white shirts, dark blue shorts and off-white grey socks. Arsenal in their familiar red and white, playing from left to right in the first half towards the clock end at Emirates Stadium. Ange Postecoglou stands on the edge of his technical area as Arsenal give it away. Morgan Gibbs-White just inside Arsenal territory. The Forest go back to the halfway line, and Morato wins a throw out on the near side, the left. The left back in the only change from Nuno's last match in charge against West Ham United. And we'll get a sense of the Forest shape in the opening moments, I'm sure, but it will be really interesting to see how Ange Postecoglou approaches the 90 minutes here, David. It could hardly be a tougher start for him.
Yeah, and I think Arteta will have said to his players as well that the Forest players are under pressure to impress Ange as well here. So get after them, and the press, you know, we saw a press in the midfield there. 2 players shutting down the left back already. It's a really aggressive press.
And it's been won back by Milenkovic, stepping into the Arsenal half, lays it out left-hand side to the near side of the field, and Hudson-Odoi across to Gibbs-White, who tried a reverse ball from the edge of the D. Arsenal smuggle it away. Elliot Anderson, who played well on international duty over the last week or so, gets it back from Nico Williams, midway inside the Arsenal half. Gyökeres tries to close down Anderson, but Forest still have possession, and they have it with goalkeeper Matt Sales on the edge of his penalty area. A positive opening couple of minutes or so for Nottingham Forest. It is 0-0 at Arsenal.
Yeah, it's not bad actually. They had the better of it in the opening few minutes. They've certainly had more of the ball, and you can see what they're trying to do: get the ball into Gibbs-White and then have runners off him, and he almost managed to slide Chris Wood in there.
A very different approach to the Nuno approach, which of course was very successful over his time in charge, particularly last season when they has spent most of the campaign challenging for the Champions League places. It was only in the final few weeks, really, that Forest fell out of top 4 contention. Arsenal have the ball now with their captain Ødegaard, who is standing almost in the right back position here. A lot of competition in the Arsenal midfield these days, and by no means is any Arsenal midfield player necessarily guaranteed a spot in the lineup. Eberechi Eze has lost a boot with his first couple of touches as an Arsenal player, and he'll be hoping that that isn't an ominous sign going forward, Dave.
I'm surprised how easy that boot came off, actually. It's almost like they're not done up.
There wasn't much in the challenge,
really,
was there? I don't think. Nico Williams trying to track Eberechi Eze, but a lot of excitement about his signing at the club. An Arsenal fan, of course. They were his boyhood club, and he started his career in the Arsenal youth system. Out on the left-hand side for Forest is Hudson-Odoi as the sun comes out at Emirates Stadium. It was a backwards pass to Milenkovic that was nearly intercepted by Gyökeres, but unfortunately for Nottingham Forest, their big centre-half has it back. Williams looks to thread the ball up the far side channel, looking for the on-rushing Ndoi. He's gone down and has stayed down. Not a head injury, so Arsenal can continue in possession. Eze, their new number 10, back into his own half where Gabriel lays it square to Jurrien Timber. I think Ndoye is still down.
Yeah, do you know, it's poor from Arsenal. It is poor from because he's in trouble here. The thing is, Arsenal were not on the attack when Ndoye went down. It was with the goalkeeper. They could easily have just put it out and let him get some treatment, but they decided to attack. I think that's quite poor.
Because I suppose the letter of the law would say that the game can continue because it's not a head injury. And Ndoye tangling with Calafiori.
It's in Raya's hands when he goes down. And he's clear. I mean, we're getting a shot at the back of his sock. It's ripped to shreds. He's definitely. Calafiori's not even looking at the ball. He definitely takes Ndoye out.
And Ndoye is now being treated as Ange Postecoglou watches on in his dark jumper from the near side touchline. So many might have expected him to be away from football for several months after leaving Tottenham. And maybe he did too. But a refresh and a recharge over the summer. And here he is back in the dugout. And you know, the Premier League is the place to be for the top managers, and I mean, you'll know what it's like, Dave, from a player's perspective. Certainly, once you get the bug of the Premier League, it's hard to not be lured back in.
Well, whatever you think of his playing style, he's a competitor. You can hear it in his press conferences. You can see it by the way he carries himself at the side of the pitch.
Here come Arsenal with Gyökeres. Lovely turn inside by Marino, and now Ødegaard from the edge of the D. Good football from Arsenal, but Ødegaard tried to poke it into a very crowded penalty area, and it's cleared away by Williams.
It's a great build-up play, and Ødegaard is sort of more of a hopeful ball than anything else. He might have been better off hanging on to it.
Arsenal 0, Forest 0 in the 5th minute. Madueke, infield from the right-hand side, left-footed cross, good ball, headed away by the first man, Murillo. Though had it gone over his head, Gyökeres was in close attention. Hudson-Odoi trying to scamper forward to halfway. Arsenal quick with the press, and they force the error and win a throw.
Yes, 3 of them. What I noticed there was from the Madueke cross, there's 4 Arsenal players in the box, all trying to attack the ball. That's a big shift from last season. And winning the ball back, 3 players surrounding Hudson-Odoi to try and win it back.
Well, Arsenal, who have been accused of not being adventurous enough, though they did score 5 goals here against Leeds in a very successful homecoming, as Gabriel is shoved in the back by Chris Wood, and that is an obvious free kick.
It is, and it's stupid from Chris Wood, because if there's one thing that you want to say to your players before you go out, don't give Arsenal anything from set pieces, don't give away easy fouls, because they're the best in the league at making the most of these situations, and that's an easy one from Chris Wood.
This is where they can be so dangerous. Ødegaard is standing over it. It's right of centre, midway inside the Forest half, but certainly within a dangerous area for this Arsenal team, who are so well drilled by Nicolas Javert in terms of the set pieces. Ødegaard, the captain, back in the side from the off today, and stands alone over the ball. Arsenal's number 8. Arsenal from left to right in the first half. Ødegaard to dink it in high into the penalty area, and it falls for Marino, who's denied by Sells. Madueke with the rebound tries to cut it back. Ødegaard can't get there, neither can Timber, and Nottingham Forest smuggle it away just about. Bailed out by the goalkeeper, who was excellent against West Ham United, even though he conceded 3 goals, and he had to be so alert there.
Well, Chris Wood will be a relief man, and Postecoglou would have been fuming.
Arsenal still on the attack. Murillo gets a touch on the ball, and it's gone behind for an Arsenal corner on the near side. Ødegaard is down injured.
Yeah, Morgan Gibbs-White crunched him on the edge of the box. It's a desperate tackle, but a good tackle. But this is why you don't give up Arsenal anything in terms of corners, free kicks. Postecoglou would have been furious with Chris Wood, because this is what they do. I mean, it hits Sells more than anything else. It's still, he makes himself big. He's got, Marino should score. I mean, he should score. He just hit it into the ground and you score. And he's hit it straight at his body. But the tackle, and you know, the curious thing about that tackle on the edge of the box is it's Timber. It's Timber's leg.
He's caught Ødegaard.
It's caught Ødegaard. Studs up on his own player.
And it fell for Mikel Marino on the right edge of the 6-yard box, and a player who was in such good form over the international break in terms of goal scoring couldn't beat the Forest goalkeeper all in blue, and he's got competition now for the number 1 spot. Sells, with John Victor having joined the club, but it does feel fair that he gets the opportunity to remain number 1 at least for now.
Yeah, no, well, he's done his his chances, no harm there at all. It's a decent save, but again, it's such a stupid foul to give away. And Arsenal overloaded the back post. 5 players, they did their usual run across, blocked the defence from coming back in, win the first header, drops to Mourinho. I mean, it's straight off the training ground. You can see it coming a million miles away. Stopping it is a totally different proposition.
Well, up gets Ødegaard after being inadvertently caught by the well-timed challenge of his own teammates, and Ødegaard will have to come off, but Arsenal do have a corner. Noni Madueke will come across to take it. The man signed from Chelsea for more than £50 million in the summer, and he has started his Arsenal career quite brightly, Madueke. Gabriel is forward. Arsenal 33 goals from corners in the Premier League since the start of the 23-24 season.
Yeah, this is dangerous for Forest.
In the 10th minute, it is 0-0. Madueke, left-footed, in-swinger, dinked into the near post, and the header wide.
Again, they cannot give away these fouls in these corners too cheaply, Forest, because they've got such quality, Arsenal. The run, it's all about the movement in the box. It's a real headache on how to stop it. You either mark zonally or you go man for man, and then you're relying on no one getting blocked, which is easier said than done. And even then, crowded area, and Gabriel still wins the first header, puts it wide.
And by his standards, Dave Kitson, he probably expected to score.
I think he would have expected to score. It's a decent. He gets enough of the ball.
He is such a good mover in crowded penalty areas, Gabriel. Arsenal have it with Marino, midway inside the Forest half. Arsenal starting to dominate now. Madueke's first touch is very heavy and it's gone behind for a goal kick, but starting to see Forest under pressure off the ball, and how they set up defensively is going to be fascinating to see under Ange Postecoglou, because of course it was that resolute back line that was so key last season to them finishing in the European spots.
Yeah, it is. I mean, already we can see, speaking of the Forest back line, we can see quite clearly a pattern of play from Arsenal here, which is to get the ball to Madueke and attack Forest's left side. There's absolutely nothing coming down their right-hand side from an Arsenal point of view. It's all going to Madueke.
They have given it away. Hudson-Odoi will steer it out to the right-hand side. Damon-Doy with the yellow boots on, taking on Calafiori, whipping in the cross, and David Raya is there to gather at his near post.
Oh, what a ball that is. It's so annoying for a striker as well. When you're Chris Wood, you have to make your mind up. Am I going to go to the back post? Am I going to go across the near post? And of course, it's typical for a striker. Wherever
the wrong
it goes,
way.
You've gone the other way. Yeah.
Well, he will get chances, Chris Wood, with the 3 behind him, and Odoi almost beats Gabriel to it on the halfway line. Sangaré with a firm but fair challenge on Eze, and that's a Forest throw away on their left on the halfway line. It's a good competitive game. We're in the 12th minute. It is goalless, and Arsenal have had the one good opportunity of the game so far. It certainly is a back 4 for Nottingham Forest. There were 1 or 2 suggesting that maybe they would line up with a 3, and they can shift to that if they need to. Timber for Arsenal, forward of the centre circle, angled ball wide right to Madueke, skips beyond Morata with ease, dinks it in right-footed, and it's over the head of Marino at the back post. But really, Madueke seems to have the beating of his man every time. He looks a real threat.
Yeah, and you can see the Arsenal scouting report has done its job. Target that side, because at the moment Forest can't deal with it.
And no Ola Aina, of course, for Nottingham Forest, again one of their outstanding players last season in the Premier League. Gibbs White has got the ball for Forest, back to Anderson, who gives it away, not like him. Gabriel there to win it back on the halfway line. Calafiori strides forward into opposition territory. It's played backwards by Arsenal to the feet of Mosquera, who is another of the summer signings, and Arsenal have got absolutely tremendous depth in the central defensive areas, in the midfield area too. Zubimendi, another summer signing, the player that Arsenal have been hunting for a long time, finds Eze left of the centre circle, back to Timber. Good football from Arsenal, who are clearly trying to keep the tempo high. Madueke on the outside right again, infield with a square pass to Timber, about 35 yards from goal was Zubimendi, back to Timber, and Forest actually sitting relatively deep at the moment, not pressing too high up the pitch. Wood trying to chase a slightly short pass from Mosquera back to his goalkeeper, but David Raya was high up the pitch and clear. Morato lets it bounce. Gyökeres brings it down on the edge of the box. Eze with the time to go for goal. It takes a deflection and it goes through to Sells. It has been a nervous start from Morato.
Yeah, he's all over the place at the moment. He's shouting, I think, somebody has told him to leave this ball. I think it's Gibbs White, and he's saying, why are you telling me to leave that ball? It's on my head, just head it. But as a defender, just take responsibility. If you're not sure, just head it and clear it. But we can see quite clearly that Arsenal's game plan at the moment is to target him because he really looks nervous up against Madueke on that side.
Well, he was unfortunate there because there was clearly a call from somebody for him to leave it. The Brazilian. Arsenal 62% of the possession in the early stages, which is what you'd expect.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody is surprised by that. Gabriel on the left-hand side and Calafiori back to David Raya. Arsenal, who have been pretty formidable in recent years in terms of their home form, and very impressive on home soil against Nottingham Forest. They haven't lost to Forest at home since 1989. Here is Ødegaard, darting inside right, poking the ball into the penalty area. Strange pass, and it's eluded both Gyökeres and Madueke. It didn't seem a difficult ball for a player of Ødegaard's quality, but through it goes to Sells, 0-0.
Yeah, you're expecting a bit more from Ødegaard there. Actually, that's twice he's had good ball in really good areas, and twice he's given it away with a real bad pass. Actually, it's not even close to Gyökeres.
Forward by Murillo, but Calafiori in the way. Ødegaard beaten to it by a sliding Murillo. The ball hit his arm. The referee deemed that it was in a natural position, and you couldn't really criticise Murillo for that. Into a sliding challenge. Calafiori in the left-back position, far side of the field, finds Eze. Bright sunshine as Eze skips beyond Nico Williams. Arsenal fans on their feet. Square ball towards Ødegaard. Murillo is there again. Like a rock for Nottingham Forest, as he was in so many games last season alongside Milenkovic. Madueke hugging the near side right touchline, and Hudson-Odoi helping out Morato this time.
Yeah,
Hudson-Odoi and Anderson.
This will have come from the Forest bench. They've got to help Morato out over there because he's, they're going 2-on-1 against him at times. Madueke's quite happy to take him on. They really, really need support over there.
Well, interestingly, Edu, the former Arsenal player, former Invincible, of course, and former Arsenal sporting director, is back in the director's box at Emirates Stadium today, and of course very much an important figure at Nottingham Forest these days, the global head of football. Is there a problem for Arsenal here? Are they going to have to make a change, Dave?
I think this has all come from Timber taking him out, accidentally, of course, when they're trying to win trying to take Ødegaard out. It certainly seems to be that part of his leg. He got caught right on the calf by his own player, and we're getting a replay of it. It is.
Timber.
It's right
full
on
pelt.
Yeah, it's full pelt. It's completely accidentally trying to win the ball back. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, Ødegaard, when I said he'd given the ball away, because he obviously isn't himself. He's just not feeling comfortable at all, and they're going to make the change.
And Arsenal's bad luck with injuries continues here. Saka still not available. Saliba not risked today. I wonder whether we might see Saliba in the Champions League at Athletic Bilbao next Tuesday. Here comes Ethan Nwaneri.
He's not a bad player to bring on, is he? Let's be honest.
Well, Max Downman's had a lot of the attention, hasn't he, in terms of the Arsenal youth ranks coming into the start of this season. But Nwaneri, as we know, is going to be a top quality player.
Yeah, and I think this is where Arteta needs to be given a break, to be honest, because you look at the youth system's doing what it should be doing, producing fantastic players. The signings are good. The football's attacking. I mean, it is, what more do you want kind of stuff. They want that title, but as I said before at the top of the show, it is. Everyone wants it. It's the toughest league in the world.
Gabriel driving through the midfield and not able to find Gyökeres, who hasn't really had the service that he would want so far. Arsenal win it back. Mosquera back to the goalkeeper. Is that fair, Dave Kitson, as a former Premier League frontman yourself? Gyökeres has not really had the balls in front of goal that he would run.
No, I mean Gyökeres is a finisher of moves. rather than someone who starts and then finishes. You know, he's there on the end of stuff. He's a finisher of moves. Arsenal put together a lot of moves. It's up to him to be in the right place. I'm sure they want him to have sort of 40 tap-ins a year. That would be the ideal for Gyökeres. But at the minute, it's frustrating. It's a bit like Haaland, because if you're not doing that, there's not much else to your game, if that makes sense.
Good turn in field by Madueke on the halfway line. He's tried to hold up Morato, and Morato catches him. And is that a final warning look from the referee? I think it is. Arsenal play on. Nwaneri into the penalty area. They took the free kick quickly. Nwaneri, he tried to lead it back to the onrushing Timber, but he couldn't find it. Arsenal not quite able to apply that final touch in the final third, but they are the team who look more likely to score.
Yeah, Morato's lingered on. He's chasing Madueke all over the pitch now, and as a result, they've got players bombing on in the space behind him. Nwaneri, which is they tried to slip in there, but he's all over the place, Morato, at the moment. He really is getting the run around.
19 gone. Arsenal 0, Nottingham Forest 0 on Premier League Live. Plenty to come across the best league in the world over the next couple of days, including the Manchester derby tomorrow, Burnley, Liverpool as well tomorrow afternoon. All of the matches live with us as always. Madueke scampers down the right, driving at the right corner of the penalty area again. Anderson comes across to help Morato, but Arsenal nearly work it into the area for the onrushing Marino. It's hacked away by Murillo. There's no outlet for Forest at the moment. Wood is sitting very deep, and it just keeps coming back at them.
Yeah, he tried to start high, Chris Wood, in the opening 15 minutes of this game, but Mosquera and Gabriel just kept coming in front of him and nicking the ball off his toes, so he's got deeper, and as a result, they've got no outball now.
It is not quite the free-flowing Ange Postecoglou football that we saw at Tottenham. For the most part, Madueke goes on the outside and dinks in a good cross up towards Gyökeres. It hits him, really, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. It is a Forest team who are on the defensive at the moment, 0-0.
At some point, Postecoglou's going to have to do something about this. I mean, Morato just looks... He doesn't look like he belongs at left back, put it that way. He looks out of his depth at the moment up against Madueke, and he's not engaging him. Madueke's just running at him. He's not laid a glove on him. He can't get close enough to get his arm on him, and he's just getting the run around.
Well, the problem, of course, that Forest have got is a lack of orthodox left backs, with Ole Einar not involved. But we know how comfortable they are with a defensive three if they need to, so I wonder whether a change of shape might be under consideration.
Yeah, they just can't get out. Forest have got no out ball whatsoever.
Nwaneri inside right with Madueke on his outside, again hugging the touchline, level with the edge of the penalty area. Anderson gets across, double deflection after that challenge, and it is a Nottingham Forest throw. Look at the Arsenal bench and some of the regulars of recent years, Dave. Martinelli and Trossard among the substitutes. There is a far greater depth to this Arsenal side these days, and the likes of Martinelli are not guaranteed a starting place any longer.
No, not at all. Not at all. And I think when you're competing on all those fronts as well, Champions League,
you need it.
Yeah.
Madueke wriggling away down into the penalty area. Good sliding challenge by Murillo. He's looked very solid so far. Arsenal corner.
Yeah, he's had to be. He's had to be, because Madueke keeps getting past Morato, and the next person he's coming up against is Murillo, and he's having to play almost two positions at the moment.
And they started brightly, didn't they, Forest? But haven't had anything of the ball really in the last 10-15 minutes.
No, they had one decent cross, which Raya dealt with pretty well. Aside from that, I mean, they haven't really got out of their half.
Halfway through the first period, 0-0. Arsenal with Madueke to whip in the corner, left-footed, headed away, drops to Nwaneri, shot blocked by Anderson. Cleanly struck by Nwaneri. It would have had to travel through quite the crowd of bodies. And pumped back into the box by Zubimendi, towering header away at the far post by Milenkovic, and now Ndoye can race forward, but he's beaten to it by the sliding challenge of Ricardo Calafiori.
Yeah, it's clever from Arsenal, because there's no pace on the corner. The corner's just floated
it's a dink,
in,
isn't it, really?
But it only works if you block the keeper, and they're all over Cell stopping him to come and get what would be a routine catch.
Well, they work hard on set pieces, as do every Premier League club. It is a specialist role these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
In and around the Premier League, and the way that the game is played has shifted, has it not, Dave, in terms of that focus on set pieces and long throws as well?
The best one I've ever seen was Liverpool deliberately giving a corner away to get Alisson to catch it, to counter, using the opposition's corner against them. It's unbelievable. When when these set piece coaches came in, people thought you were teaching people how to throw the ball. It's not that at all. It's you've got all these set pieces. How do you make the most of them? But that Liverpool one, the first time I saw it, before Alisson even caught the ball, Trent, Robertson and Salah had already started running for. It was unbelievable when it was broken down and explained.
Well, the small details really matter in the Premier League, especially if you're competing for the title, as Arsenal hope to be once again. 0-0. Forest have got a free kick just inside the Arsenal half, but a little bit of a foothold now. Some breathing space, and actually they have sent Milenkovic and Morato, among others, forward for this free kick, playing from right to left in the first half. A change kit today, of course. Long from Murillo to drive it high on the diagonal to the left and up towards Milenkovic, but he's beaten in the air by Jurrien Timber. And Arsenal are often just as effective defending set plays as they are attacking them.
Yeah, well, they took an age to take that kick, didn't they, Forest? It was like a little bit of respite for them.
Well, they've slowed the pace of the game down, and now they have it with Anderson just inside the Arsenal half. More competition for Arsenal defensively. If you look at the subs bench, Ben White, Lewis Skelly, Hincapié, the signing from Bayer Leverkusen. Well controlled by Wood, that long ball from Sells. Brought it down in his chest brilliantly. Anderson, just inside the Arsenal half, barged over by Madueke, gets a free kick.
Yeah, that's brilliant from Chris Wood. You've got to be a strong boy to hold those two centre-halves off, and he did it brilliantly.
Gibbs White, clever reverse ball down the inside right, and just too much on it for Nico Williams, but a little less weight on the pass and Williams would have been in.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad run in behind Calafiore.
What's Ange Postecoglou thinking, Dave? 26 minutes in, one chance for Arsenal really. His team haven't had a lot of the ball, but he's the happy of the two managers, isn't he?
Well, if he can get to half-time 0-0, then he might start thinking, we may be able to nick this.
A lovely layoff by Gyökeres, just as we say that, down the left-hand side to Mikel Merino, led with the edge of the penalty area. Forest funneling defenders back, and Merino's held onto it for too long, I think, here. He's had to go backwards. It's as though he didn't really trust his left foot to whip in an early ball.
Well, he was looking and looking and looking, but there was just no one could catch up with him to get in the box. Everyone was on the edge.
Arsenal have seen that move come to a stuttering halt. The ball is with Waneri in the centre circle, and Anderson just forces him back into his own half. Arsenal 0, Nottingham Forest 0. Our featured commentary matches for you on Premier League Live today. Everton against Villa at 3 o'clock, West Ham Spurs at 5:30, Brentford against Chelsea at 8, and the other 3 o'clock kickoffs, of course, are also available for you. Here is Waneri, little touch down the right, lovely football from Arsenal. Zubimendi to the edge of the D, lays it out to Eze into the penalty area. Eze brings it down onto the right foot, deflected shot is going to spin away from goal, and out of play for an Arsenal throw.
Yeah, well, that's the first time Eze's got into a decent position, and it's the first time really that Forest have been overloaded. But they crowd him out really well when Eze finally tries to take the shot, trying to bend it in that far corner with that right foot of his.
A rare foray for Arsenal down their left-hand side, the Forest right. Waneri, middle of the Forest half. Anderson is sticking with him and forces Waneri to go out to the left. I think he was probably looking that way anyway. And Merino back to the halfway line, and Gabriel. No sense of frustration from the Arsenal fans yet, but if it stays 0-0, that might start to appear. Timber suddenly darts forward. Good ball to Zubimendi. Gyökeres heavy touch on the edge of the box. Murillo only half away. It's dropped to Madueke. Now Gyökeres pulls it back, and Murillo is there again with an excellent interception on the slide. Corner.
It's twice he's done that now. It's brilliant from Murillo. But the thing is, you think you've got rid of the danger, and you've given Arsenal one of the things they love the most, which is a corner, and they've looked really dangerous from them so far in this half.
You'd expect the routine to be familiar, wouldn't you, Dave?
Yeah,
here,
same again. Yeah, they don't have to change it up. They're just looking for someone to break free and get a free header on it. But I expect them to block Sells again on his goal line, clip the ball in.
It's the same side. Arsenal right. Madueke left-footed dink into the 6-yard box and onto the roof of the net this time. I think it might have been Calafiori or even Timber jumping with Milenkovic, and it's gone behind once again. But Arsenal with such great numbers and such great threat from these situations.
Yeah, it's Mosquera running from the back post. He runs from the back post and stands right in front of Sells at the last minute and stops him coming to get it. And it's just a clip ball. There's no pace on it. It's just a clip ball to the near post.
But it looks like a more potent threat for Arsenal at the moment than from open play.
Yeah, it does.
And again, that quartet at the back post, ready to run towards the near side as Madueke aims for the back post this time. Actually, it's headed away by Murillo, who's been the outstanding player maybe so far. Madueke with another in-swinging cross, deep to the back post, and Sells, well, he could have let that drop out, I think, but instead he flapped at it, knocks it behind. I think there was a player coming behind him, Dave, but could he have let that go behind? Maybe it's difficult for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I guess we have to sort of, you know, I think I've already said it in this game once.
First.
Yeah, if you're not sure, just deal with it. I mean, it would have been an extraordinary header back across if he had let it go by the Arsenal player coming in behind him.
0-0, half an hour gone on Premier League Live. Arsenal against Nottingham Forest. As Eze takes this corner, right-footed, in-swinging, up goes Sells, punches it away under real pressure from Mosquera. He did well actually there, Matt Sells. Now it's come back to Madueke, trying to shuffle beyond and Doyle. He does into the area. Madueke all the way, pulls it back, and Murillo is there again.
What a tackle that is. What a tackle that is from Aston. That's about 4 he's made now.
Yep.
But again, it comes from this. I mean, Madueke, I mean, whatever the Arsenal fans thought when they signed him, they'll be thinking differently now. He's been the best player on the pitch. Extraordinary wing play, gets to the byline. I don't know where Anderson's going. Henderson tries to check back. Murillo comes across and blocks a shot. And he has saved his team. Without doubt, he has saved his team.
It's Madueke v Murillo, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah, it is.
One looking the most likely for Arsenal, and for Forest, Murillo keeping them out. But you can't help but feel that an Arsenal goal is coming at some point.
Yeah. I mean, if they go in 0-0, they will be devastated. Because I mean, they had a chance right at the beginning. With Marino, he should have scored. And if he had, there might be 2 or 3 up by now.
Madueke to take it. The goal may yet still arrive. Still 14 minutes of the first half to go. It's another left-footed chip into the penalty area to the back post, header away, and hit on the volley by Zubimendi for a stunning first Arsenal goal. What a strike! Right-footed, it screamed beyond Sells. Arsenal 1, Nottingham Forest 0.
Well, it took a while to come, but when it did, it was worth it. What a strike from Zubimendi. It comes from the corner again. You thought one of them had to pay off eventually, but we couldn't have envisaged the way it would be finished off. Headed out brilliantly, but caught exquisitely on the volley by Zubimendi into the top corner. No goalkeeper in the world is saving that. What a goal.
There was maybe a slight touch on its way through, possibly off Murillo, but there was real swerve and bend on the shot. And I'm not sure Sells would have kept it out anyway.
No, I'm just going to put it down to the quality of the technique. I mean, keep trying to hit it on the sidewinder like that and keep it down. It's one of the most difficult techniques in the game, and he has pulled it off brilliantly. What a goal for Arsenal.
Well, he has really lit up Emirates Stadium here. Forest dealt with the initial delivery, actually, but Zubimendi waiting on the edge of the 18-yard box, and he punishes them with a rasping volley, a real moment of quality. And as I say, not just Arsenal's first goal, but his first goal for the club.
Yeah, and you know, he's not there by accident. He's on there waiting for exactly that, the ball to drop to him, to try and create something on the second phase of play. And this is a problem. This is a big problem for Forest. Murillo's down. It was one of those tackles, sliding last-ditch tackles he made, and he's at the minute he's getting some treatment and looks in a bit of pain.
And the problems mount already for Ange Postecoglou. 33 minutes in, his team 1-0 down, and their best player so far today clearly struggling with injury. But for Arsenal, Dave, thoroughly deserved.
Oh, yeah, like I said, it was worth waiting for, wasn't it? But you did feel, I mean, you said yourself, it just felt like it was coming, didn't it? One of those corners, you can't keep giving them away. You know, something will happen eventually, and it did. The corner, again, there's nothing on it. Mosquera blocks the keeper. It's half a decent header out, but it could not fall any kinder to Zubimendi. But even then, he's got to adjust his body shape. We're getting a replay of it. I could watch that all day. It's such a difficult technique, and he's just pulled it off magnificently. What a goal.
Top quality from a top-class player who Mikel Arteta has long admired. Of course, Mikel Arteta from the Basque region, and that's where they signed Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad over the summer. Murillo should be okay to continue, which is good news for Nottingham Forest. But what's Ange Postecoglou's game plan for the first half here now, Dave? Is it just not to concede any more before half-time?
Yeah, they can't let this get any worse. They've got to get to half-time 1-0, and then maybe he might be thinking about trying to get something out of the game in the second half. But if Arsenal score again before half-time, you'd have to say it'd be done and dusted.
Well, there is work for Forest to do, but Arsenal have broken them down. And I suppose it did come from a set piece.
Yeah. Second phase of play. Yeah, like I say, Zubimendi's not on the edge of that box by accident. Everyone's got their role to play, and you're in that mindset of, what am I going to do if this ball comes to me? I'm expecting this ball to come to me, however unlikely it is, and he dealt with it brilliantly.
Murillo limping as he comes back on here. He can barely run, and Forest are under pressure again. Gabriel with a long-range shot, charged down by Gibbs-White. But can he carry on here?
Well, I mean, I think that's quite poor actually from Gabriel, because if he's clearly limping. You just tell Gyökeres to go up against him and just put the ball in and attack him, because he can't move properly.
Well, their defensive injury issues are a real concern for Nottingham Forest at the moment, and indeed it doesn't look as though Murillo will be able to continue here. Long throw for Arsenal, high into the penalty area, headed away by Milenkovic, drops to Zubimendi on the volley again, and it's not that far away. Well, he's sizing them up from all angles here, and the Arsenal fans are loving every moment of it.
You could hear them getting excited as the ball was dropping. They were like, not again. And it's more of a dipping shot this time. On the volley, right foot, you wouldn't put it past him. No one will have a go at him for trying it again. He's shown he can do it.
The same player, nearly the same position. And, well, Murillo can't continue here, I don't think. And this is
a big blow.
Very disappointing half in the end, isn't it, for Nottingham Forest, if he does have to come off?
Yeah, this is a big blow, because he's really, to be honest, he's been two players. He's been the left-sided centre-half and the left-back at times, trying to cover for Morato, who's been all over the place himself.
And on comes Savona in his place, Nicolo Savona. What a way to be thrust into action in the Premier League. And it's hard to say what the injury is, isn't it, Dave? I mean,
well, he's made so many sliding blocks,
just
and tackles,
be a dead leg, or
yeah, he's thrown him. He's holding his quad, actually, his left quad. I don't know whether he's overextended it or he's got an impact injury on it, but he's certainly not moving freely at all.
Well, it's a debut for the young man from Italy, Nicolo Savona. Not maybe in the circumstances that Forest would have wanted, but an opportunity to impress in what is a relatively makeshift back four at the moment, and I think they have juggled things around a bit in the back line. Murillo limping towards the tunnel, and Forest 1-0 down to Arsenal. 38 minutes on the clock, and one of the first actions for the new man Savona will be to go forward for this free kick. Anderson is over the ball, out 15 yards into the Arsenal half, floats it high on the diagonal up towards Savona, who is all over Eze.
What a waste! What an awful ball!
It was just looping, wasn't it?
Just had nothing about it whatsoever.
Murillo's just had a quick word with Ange Postecoglou. Welcome back to the Premier League. Arsenal now with Marino, edge of the centre circle, onto Eze, little back heel to Marino, out wide to Gyökeres. Not seen a lot of him, but good hold-up play on a couple of occasions. I suppose it never matters who scores ultimately. There have been some good flowing football from Arsenal as well as the set-piece threat.
Yeah, I do think with the amount of corners, Gyökeres would feel that he should have got on the end of at least one by now. I mean, that is what he's there for.
Arsenal go backwards now to Mosquera, their new number 3, and here is David Raya, the goalkeeper. Only had that cross together really in the game. He's had nothing to save. Tried to look out wide right to Madueke, but Nico Williams has come across to left back now, Dave Kitson, and there has been a reshuffle, hasn't there?
Yeah, there's a definite shift here. I'm not sure if have they gone to a through?
Well,
not sure at the moment.
Morato might be playing as a left-sided centre-half, but we'll look back on it in a moment. Here's Ndoye at the other end with a bizarre cross. I mean, he's completely mishit that. Bounced up in front of him, maybe, I don't know, but either way, he'll be disappointed. That has looped over the top of Raya's crossbar.
Oh, it's so annoying for Chris Wood, because I was watching his run all the way, and he took Mosquera away, then he took him near, and then he took him away again. And if the ball had been right, it would have been on his head. And as it is, it's gone sailing into the Arsenal fans behind. It's so frustrating for
You know what it's like?
I do know what it's like. I feel the pain.
Wood now has to get back in position. Arsenal with Nwaneri, edge of the D, and now Nwaneri steers the ball to the right back position, and Timber looked good actually since coming on Nwaneri. Timber with an unusually poor pass, intercepted by Sangare on halfway. Now wide to Ndoye again. Can the cross be a better one this time? On the underlap is the young Savona into the penalty area, and Marino had to poke it behind for a corner.
Yeah, I think they've definitely changed their shape, haven't they? I mean, Savona trying to get on the end of an underlap there is an impressive run. But that was good. But that's the first time Arsenal have been sloppy in the middle of the pitch, giving the ball away cheaply. And it's cost them a corner. Let's see if Forest can make anything of it.
And plenty forward for Forest in that change kit, the off-white shirts today. The sun has gone back under the clouds here at Emirates Stadium. First corner of the game for Forest. 1-0 down with 4.5 minutes of the first half to go. In by Anderson, right-footed, good header away. Thumping header by Gabriel. And nodded back by Sangare to the halfway line. Nico Williams lets it run across his body and gets it back from his goalkeeper, Sells.
Yeah, you know it's a good clearing header when you have to go all the way back to your goalkeeper. Yeah. Fantastic clearance.
Right, and distance on it from Gabriel. And they looked like they were going to be on the front foot. Early stages Forest. That is a good ball by Williams. Down the inside left to Ndoye. Flag stayed down up against Mosquera. Pokes it back now to the feet of Callum Hudson-Odoi. There's London well, of course, from his time at Chelsea. Hudson-Odoi again. Square to Anderson, and Anderson back to the halfway line where Morato is standing. Anderson, Forest's number 8. Slide rule pass, not accurate enough, smuggled away. Anderson wins it back well off Madueke. This is a better spell for Forest, certainly, Dave Kitson. And we, as I say, saw a bit of that in the opening minutes, and precious little since. And Nico Williams back to Hudson-Odoi again. Forward firmly. Was there a nick on the pass? Hudson-Odoi and Sangare think so. He overhit it certainly, but he thought there was a deflection. It's a goal kick that's been given.
Yeah, I mean, even if there hadn't been a deflection, it hit it a million miles an hour off the clean. There was no way Williams was ever going to get on the end of it. But we'll see. We're getting a little replay. Possibly. That's a hard. I'll give the referee the benefit of the doubt. It was very difficult to see.
And you're right. I mean, fundamentally, it was a heavily overhit pass. Yeah. 14 touches for Arsenal in the opposition penalty area, none as yet for Forest. That probably does sum up the game so far, but it is only 1-0 to the home team. Calafiori's ball behind Eze. Still thinks that Arsenal, you get the sense they're still yet to click in the final third in some ways.
Yeah, I think so. And I think, they're trying to work out how to get Eze into the game a little bit more, or get him into the playing style a little bit more, because at the minute it looks a bit lost over there on the left-hand side.
Zubimendi, the goal scorer, centre circle, out to Timber on the overlap, and further wide to Madueke, into the penalty area, right-hand side, blocked off by Anderson. Seemed like the cross was on, having got past Williams, but Forest with numbers back behind the ball again. Anderson almost inside his own penalty area, had to play it back to Morato, who lofts it forward high and long, header away by Mosquera. It drops for Gibbs-White, quick square ball out to the right-hand side, and Ndoye who's got a 2-on-1 here, maybe if he can combine with Savona, but Eze got back to help out Calafiori. Gibbs wide, a square ball to the far side again, and now Sangare for Arsenal. Looks up the number 6, maybe thought about a cross, gets it back instead from Gibbs White. Sangare to the feet of Morato now. And Forest's build-up play has been slowed with just over a minute plus stoppage time remaining in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, they must be getting the shout that it's nearly half-time. They've got to do something with this possession. Need a cross or something.
Arsenal give away a free kick on halfway. The referee, I think, was pointing at Zubimendi. What will they do here, Forest? It's on the halfway line, so they're not going to send anybody forward from the back. And just knock it square. Williams back to Hudson-Odoi, left edge of the centre circle. Hudson-Odoi, the number 7, finds Anderson. Clever ball to Gibbs-White. Hudson-Odoi, Williams. Hudson-Odoi again. Lovely football from Forest in a very tight area down this near side the left. Williams led with the edge of the 6-yard box. Can he whip a cross in? And it has hit Timber and deflects out of play.
Yeah, it's good. It's nice football from Forest, in tight space. And this is what they haven't been doing enough. You're not going to get acres and acres of space to play round, so you're going to have to play it to a player who's under pressure. And you're just going to have to deal with it.
Williams throw, Gibbs-White down by the dead ball line. It's hooked away over his shoulder by Timber. Out of play, another Forest throw. As we head towards first half stoppage time, of which you'd imagine there'll be at least a couple of minutes and a couple of injury stoppages so far today. Quite quiet at the Emirates Stadium now. Anderson poking it through towards Wood. It's come back to Anderson 30 yards out. Now Gibbs-White on the edge of the area. 1-2 with Wood. Gibbs-White has steered it wide under the pressure of the challenge of Timber as we go into 7 minutes of added time at the end of the first half. But what an opportunity, and Ange Postecoglou, hands to his head.
Well, for the last 5 minutes, Anderson's been the best player on the pitch. He's running the show in there and they can't really get near him, and they're finally trying to play into tight spaces. Like I say, you're not going to get acres and acres to play. You've got to play it to players who are under pressure, and you're just going to have to trust that they can do a bit with the ball. And they do there. Great 1-2 on the edge of the box. And actually I thought it was a good tackle from Timber, but it wasn't. It was a bit of a shank of a shot from Gibbs-White.
Had a clear strike at it, despite Timber coming across. And Forest might feel it should be 1-1, certainly judging by Ange Postecoglou's reaction. He thinks so.
Yeah, I thought it was a good tackle, but it's not. It's quite a bad miss, actually.
Halfway line for Arsenal is Zubimendi, but a warning shot for the home team, who dominated possession and territory in large part, but haven't been able to add to their single goal lead. A minute through the 7 added, played in North London. Waneri, lip of the centre circle, and finds Calafiori, who can carry it forward over the halfway line for Arsenal. Out on the right in support is Madueke, led with the edge of the penalty area. Madueke with another in-swinging cross, headed away by Morata. Important header. He looks, in fairness to him, much more comfortable at centre half.
Yeah, he does. Interesting from Calafiori, who went all the way from left back and ended up on the right wing, and now he's playing in an advanced midfield position.
That inverted role, Calafiori and Timber interchanging in terms of who plays in that position. And Timber back to Mosquera. Well, it's still fascinatingly poised here, and maybe Ange Postecoglou seeing enough in the latter portion of this first half that Forest can make a game of it. Waneri.
They look a lot more confident. It took them 40 minutes to settle down.
Yeah. I mean, it is a difficult venue to come to, as we know. A venue where Forest just don't have a good record. Never beaten them away from home in the Premier League era. Both their Premier League victories came at the City Ground, most recently in the 22-23 season. Then you have to go back to the mid-90s for the other one. Calafiori back to Marino. And now it's at the feet of Gabriel. Raya on his own dead ball line. Arsenal just conscious they have to be careful of not overplaying, but clever chip by Raya. Out to the right back Timber. Lots of space to race into over the halfway line. Madueke back to halfway again. Mosquera. 3 of the 7 added minutes have now been played at the end of the first half on Premier League Live. Arsenal 1-0 up. Eze on the outside of Savona. Tries to whip it across. He does! And Gyökeres was there and just enough from Morato coming across to force him to nudge it behind.
Yeah, well, that's the first time we've really seen Eze take on his man. How he got the cross in, I don't know. I don't know whether he... Oh, he's nutmegged. I wondered how he did it, because it didn't look like he could get past Milenkovic, but he's actually nutmegged him. And Gyökeres is in the right place, looking for that tap-in on the near post.
Don't know how he squeezed it through there, Dave.
It didn't look the space.
Right through the legs of Milenkovic. A good defending by Morato again, who, again, is nominally a centre-back, really.
He looks a lot more comfortable there, yeah. Positionally, he looks much better.
There's a better sense of shape about Forest. Ironically, since they had to take Murillo off, although not a slight on him because he was excellent.
He was, yeah.
1-0 to Arsenal. Savona, bouncing ball for the Italian, and he just about deals with it. Throw Arsenal halfway.
He would have been in trouble if he'd have lost that.
But a bit of luck, maybe you need that on your Premier League debut when maybe you didn't expect to make it, well, not this early anyway, off the bench. Into the 5th of the 7 minutes of added time. And it is quite quiet at the Emirates, as I say. Arsenal not made a lot of headway really since taking the lead.
No, I mean, you're going to have to do a lot to top that goal from Zubimendi, though, in fairness. That was absolutely
goal of the weekend,
extraordinary. Yeah, it's going to be up there for goal of the season, I would have thought.
It was a beautiful strike on the volley. And we'll talk at half-time, Dave, about maybe what made it even harder in terms of technique. Eze is offside. Well, I mean, let's talk about it now. What did make that such a difficult volley? Was it the fact that he's had to be slightly side on as he's hit it?
Yeah, well, he had to adjust his body shape. That was the most difficult thing, because he was shaping up to hit it left, and then he adjusted to hit it right. And obviously, it's dropping out of the sky. You can't see anyone running at you. It's just the concentration that it takes to hit a ball that cleanly with that technique. I mean, it's so impressive.
That's the goal that separates the two. 90 seconds of added time to go. Forest on the attack, and Doy, left corner of the penalty area, back to Gibbs-White in a more central position. Middle of the Arsenal half, and plenty of red and white shirts behind the ball here for Arsenal. And Hudson-Odoi out to the left-hand side again, and Doy at walking pace. He tried to nutmeg Calafiori. Forest managed to recycle possession. Gibbs-White, the number 10. Near side the left. Again, it's totally at walking pace here, though, Forest, with everybody in an Arsenal shirt just inviting them forward. They're not making any headway, though, now. A minute of added time left in the first half. Forest out of ideas at the moment. But here is Anderson. Diagonal ball, right to left. Good ball to Hudson-Odoi. Now, can he take on his man, Timber? Hudson-Odoi darts to the corner of the penalty area. And again, shimmies infield. Anderson plays the ball into the box. The flag is actually up anyway. And nothing came of the move.
There was a foul on Gabriel, I think, in the build-up. The assistant referee was keeping his eye on, and he spotted it. Just getting a replay. And I think it's crisp.
It is
It's not subtle, was it?
There's a tug back on Timber in it. Yeah, good spot, Dave. Wood and the assistant referee was alert to it as well. But it is fascinatingly poised, and it is certainly not over yet.
No, it isn't.
We have just about had the 7 minutes of added time in the first half. Well refereed, actually, so far the game, you have to say. Darren England blows his half-time whistle, and Ange Postecoglou turns and walks down the tunnel with his team 1-0 down. And Martin Zubimendi with a stunning strike to give Arsenal the lead, but there is a sense that there is much more to come. Arsenal 1, Nottingham Forest 0. This is Premier League Live. still seeking a first win of the season against Leeds, and Newcastle against Wolves. 5:30 we'll have commentary of West Ham against Spurs in the London derby, and another London derby, a West London derby at 8. Brentford against Chelsea, live on Premier League Live. And then of course tomorrow, Liverpool, the champions, go to Burnley. Liverpool with Alexander Isak in tow. That's at at 2 o'clock UK time tomorrow. Again, commentary on Premier League Live. And from 4:30, the Manchester derby, City against United. Can United do it to City at the Etihad again under Ruben Amorim? We will see. Meanwhile, though, this lunchtime, Arsenal, a goal to the good. Zubimendi with a stunner. The second half underway shortly on Premier League Live.
TalkSport podcast. Coverage of it.
It's Raya in goal, Timber, Mosquera, Gabriel and Calafiori, Waneri, Zubimendi, the goal scorer, and Marino, Madueke, Gyökeres and Eze are the front three. The goal itself, one of the goals of the Premier League season so far in terms of that technique from Martin Zubimendi for Forest. No half-time changes. Sells in goal with Savona, Milenkovic, Morato and Williams as Arsenal go long to Eze down the left. He pulls it across. Gyökeres is there to turn it in for two. And on his home debut, Emirates Eze has made an instant impact. The boyhood Arsenal fan with the assist, and Victor Gyökeres will probably not score an easier goal this season. What a start to the second half for Arsenal. 2-0 up.
Well, it's exactly what Arsenal wanted. Well, I said they'll start this half hard and fast, and they have. But it's just a long ball from Calafiore. I tell you what, this is going to go to VAR because he may be offside here as a... Oh, sorry.
You're right, Eze.
Yeah, Eze, yeah, he may be a toe offside. But this is what I was talking about with Gyökeres. He's a finisher of moves. Rarely does he start them, rarely does he get involved, but he is there on the spot to finish them. This is going to be close.
We ghosted in there, didn't he, Gyökeres? And Forest on the back foot within seconds of the second half. Mikel Arteta punching the air. And Eberechi Eze hopes that he's got his first assist as an Arsenal player, but you are right, Dave Kitson, it looked very tight, but the goal has been given. It stands, and it is 2-0.
There's a lovely ball across as well from Eze, but it's such a, you know, it's a manager's, it drives them round the bend that your defence can get caught out with a long ball from 60, 70 yards right at the start of the second half, and everything you've just said has gone out the window. With the ball across from Eze, that's what I like, and that's what you want as a striker. The ball comes to him, don't even think about it, just put it in the box, I'll be there. Rely on me to be there. And that's what Gyökeres is, finisher of moves, and it's 2-0.
And it was a sign, ominously, of that quality that Eze possesses, playing out on the left today, and the cross was perfect for the Swede Gyökeres. 2-0 Arsenal. Forest with Savona, the right back, caught out. Milenkovic and Morato, the centre halves. The left back is Williams. Sangare and Anderson ahead of them. Odoi, Gibbs White and Hudson-Odoi behind Chris Wood up front. But yes, whatever Ange Postecoglou might have said at half-time, feels a very different game now. Hudson-Odoi down by the corner flag. Less than a minute played in the second half when Gyökeres tapped that in, tucked it away very nicely. Anderson just at the forward edge of the centre circle. Sangare, tall and slender, across to Morato. Early ball to Hudson-Odoi, taps it back to Gibbs White. Gibbs White searches for options, but Arsenal in the red and white rather crowd him out. Sangare looking to stride forward again. But his outside is Savona, and it was Savona who was caught. Ball watching for the goal. Now Damendoi with a low cross, well cut out by the sliding Gabriel. It was a good ball towards Chris Wood.
He had to make it, Gabriel, as well, because Chris Wood is right behind him. He's being tightly marked, but he is right behind him where you want your striker to be. You had to make that tackle.
A long stretching leg of Gabriel, and Forest have a corner. Playing from left to right in the second half, off-white shirts, sort of cream shirts, dark blue shorts and off-white socks in front of the Forest fans. Clock end of the stadium. Anderson's out-swinging corner is headed away by Mosquera at the heart of the Arsenal back line. Scooped towards the edge of the penalty area, high and long. Nodded away by Timber, and then Savona in a 50-50, not once but twice with the much smaller Waneri. Savona only half won it back, and Marino with such craft and skill and calm to turn away on his own dead ball line, and Arsenal play it out of defence expertly. Little flick by Madueke towards Waneri. Very impressive improvisation, but it didn't quite work out in the end. Forest have it back. 2-0 to Arsenal. Actually, a lot of the home fans will have missed that goal because there were still a few empty seats. But it's a free-flowing start to the second half from the home team, and two of the new boys, Dave Kitson, Zubimendi, Eze, well, three of them, and Gyökeres, really impressive.
It's a dream goal for Gyökeres. They're the best goals in the world. You lying in bed the night before, you'll be thinking, home debut, please just let me get a tap in. A nice big open goal that I can't miss. And that's exactly what he got. But you've got to be there. That's the point. You have to be there. The amount of balls you see going across the box and no one's there, and you're like, where is everyone? And they've held their space on the edge of the box. That's where you want the strikers.
Here is Gibbs-White. Poor touch from Gibbs-White, straight to Marino, middle of the Arsenal half, and now Calafiori scampers over halfway, blocked off by Elliot Anderson. It's one back by Ndoye, who surges away from Calafiori, down the inside right. Wood is in the middle, it's hit Wood on the chest and hit the bar! He knew nothing about it, and now Hudson-Odoi as Arsenal gave it away. Mosquera lunges in to win it back. Arsenal fortunate, not once but twice.
Do you know, I think Chris Wood has
he meant that?
I think he's meant that. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, Strikers Union. I think he's meant it.
Arsenal on the attack at the other end. We'll get a word from Dave Kitson in a moment. 2-0 they lead. Madueke to Waneri with the shot, and it's wide. Left-footed. Well, if he did mean that, Chris Wood, it would have been one of the most unique Premier League goals we've ever seen.
I'm just wondering if Raya did get a touch on it, but it's fired in his chest. I think he's tried to angle it. I think Raya
did he get a touch?
Have got a fingertip to it. But he's angled it to... It's absolutely bizarre. It's a chest.
It's a touch from Raya.
It's a fantastic... So I thought that had beaten him all ends up. It's a fantastic tip onto the crossbar from Raya. The worst bit of this for Forest is that when it comes back and Hudson-Odoi gets it, he's basically got an open goal and he takes 25 touches and allows the tackle to come in. You're like, just shoot. The Forest really should have pulled a goal back there.
It's a very strange game in the sense that it feels like Arsenal have dominated, and they have for long periods, but Forest have had
They're in the
chances.
game. I know, it's bizarre. They're in the game. And this is what I'm talking about. When you're talking about dominant sides, 2-0 up at home, and you're still conceding these types of chances, it's a concern. It is.
Well, it's amazing improvisation from Chris Wood, and it felt like it deserved to pay off, really, but fingertips from Raya onto the bar, and 2-0 it remains to Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, the bizarre part about it is the ball that came into him. I'm not sure what type of ball you're trying to play it in, because it's absolutely been fired into his chest, and he's deflected it towards the goal.
Calafiori having one or two problems in this second half. Fouls Savona in the right wing position.
Credit to Forest, because they've not taken that goal line down. They've gone after them. I think this is where you can start to see a little bit of Postecoglou, which is we're going to go after them. They're letting us have the ball. We are going to get after them. Yeah, we're just getting a replay of the offside, and it's a bit of arm that's played Eze on, but he does the right thing. Fires the ball across the box. Is my striker there? Yes, he is. Tapping for Gyökeres, 2-0 Arsenal. It's a dream start to the second half.
But Forest have responded well.
Yeah, they have.
Bar minute one of the second half, it has looked bright. 2-0 down. Anderson, right wing free kick. It's on the near side of the field. Ange Postecoglou watches on. Arsenal with, I think, virtually everybody back, including Gyökeres. Anderson to deliver, right-footed, high into the penalty area to the back post, and Savona didn't look comfortable as it drifted over his head and out of play. Arsenal throw in the right-back position.
It's not a great ball from Anderson, to be honest, and I don't like outswingers from there. Do you know, I really do prefer the in-swinger, because if everybody misses it, it's still on target, and you're still asking a question of the goalkeeper. And you see it enough times as well, where everyone misses it and it nestles in the far corner. But when you get it wrong like Anderson did there, it just goes out for a throw into the opposition.
Clearance by Zubimendi straight to Anderson. Now Ndoye back to the halfway line, and Savona. And Milenkovic has to race back towards the midway point of his own half, smuggles it away out of play. I think that is a Forest throw via the deflection off Gyökeres. And there will have been moments in the game that, ironically, will have encouraged Ange Postecoglou, which is worried
absolutely.
Mikel Arteta in equal measure.
Yeah, absolutely. They've just been a little bit sloppy, Arsenal, in this second half.
Anderson, big diagonal ball, nearly found Ndoye. He's sliding in to try and meet it. He applauds the intent, but it's gone behind for a goal kick, and it is notably, and whether this was the plan or not, who knows, but it certainly a 2-0. It is a much more expansive Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, it's brought Forest out of their shell, definitely.
Which might be good in some ways for Arsenal, because it could leave gaps for them to exploit. Timber right back position. Forward 10 yards to Aneri, who carries the ball over the halfway line. Out on his right is Madueke, taking on Williams. Blocked off by Williams. Madueke quickly to his feet. Plays the ball backwards to Zubimendi. Zubimendi looks such a tidy player. Calafiori, low centre of gravity, reminds me a bit of Santi Cazorla, actually. Little flick by Eze, down the left-hand side. Marino on the underlap, pulls it across, and over the top by Waneri. Did it bobble up in front of him? Maybe it did. Lovely football from Arsenal in the build-up.
Yeah, he ripped Forest to pieces down their right-hand side there. Calafiori, little flick round the corner from Eze. Marino does the right thing. Gyökeres is in there. He might have wanted to put that ball into him. Gyökeres certainly feels it should have gone to him. It got cut back. And Waneri, it's a really difficult finish when the ball's fired in at you like that, cut back to the edge of the box.
And for Arsenal, it does look like two signings in terms of the midfield area, Zubimendi and Eze, who have improved the look of the team greatly.
Yeah, absolutely. And what will please Arteta as well is, Eze and Gyökeres linking up already for that second goal.
Calafiori with a cross to the back post, headed away by Williams. Madueke gets there, dead ball line. Thought about taking it in, left-footed, goes on the inside of Williams and pokes it back from the edge of the D, but Sangare is there to clear it away.
Yeah, and that's what we were saying earlier. He gets into that position, Madueke. He takes his man on, gets there, and then nothing happens. And I'm not sure whether it's his end product or that there just aren't players arriving or anticipating.
Nearly an hour gone. Arsenal 2, Nottingham Forest 0. And of course, the third goal for Arsenal would surely put the game beyond all doubt, but Forest's, certainly their hopes of winning at Arsenal for the first time away from home since 1989 look very slim. You never know in the Premier League, a goal back, less than an hour gone, could really change things. Good touch by Wood, holds it up and finds Ndoye. Right corner of the penalty area, shuffling feet away from Gabriel Izzy. Gabriel comes across with a firm but fair challenge, smothers the ball away.
He's just strong, just too strong. But in fairness to Ndoye, he's waiting for Savona to get round him, and he just stays there, giving him absolutely no support.
Gyökeres driving forward to the edge of the penalty area. Shot might be on here from Rage. He's steered it into the path of Madueke. Surely onto his left foot. He's found Gyökeres on his outside, and he's hit the woodwork. Hammered that Gyökeres. And the game is really opening up now, and Arsenal are showing that they are about far more than just set plays.
Amazing what a goal can do for your confidence, isn't it? He's a different player in the second half, Gyökeres. And that time he does start the move. Plays it in, and I'll tell you what, the overlap that he's gone on is about 40 yards, and not a single Forest player has gone with him. Gets slipped in from Madueke. It's a tough angle. He hits it powerfully enough. If it's on target, Sells isn't stopping this.
Well, Forest elect to make the changes. Off goes Chris Wood. At this point, I don't know if there's any surprise about that potentially. Dave?
Yeah, it's always an interesting one when you need a goal, you take your striker off, but I think this might be a touch of Postecoglou wanting to see the squad on the pitch and playing,
We can certainly see that now. Two of Forest's new recruits, Arnaud Kalimwendo and Delane Bakwa, onto the field, and it is Wood and Hudson-Odoi going off.
Yeah, certainly when they put the ball into the box, he's been well shackled, Chris Wood, but I don't think they put it in there enough for him, to be honest. I think they've had opportunities to get good ball into the box, and they just haven't. They've come back out.
Eze, edge of the D, might open up for him here. Lays it square to Calafiori with a cross come shot. Didn't really maybe make up his mind early enough there, Calafiori, and it's behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, I think he's caught the players out in the middle by playing that ball so early. I think they think he's going to take a touch, so no one runs. And by the time he plays it, they're all on their heels.
And heavy rain suddenly in North London now. Sunshine at kick-off. Clearance upfield by Morata. Stay with us, of course, on Premier League Live. Once we're done here, full commentary of our second featured game of the day. That's Everton against Aston Villa at 3, and all the other 3 o'clock kickoffs also available on Premier League Live. An hour gone. Free kick to Forest. It's a yellow card for Calafiori, this.
Yeah.
Much more entertaining second half, though, in many ways, Dave.
Yeah, it really is. I like that from Bako as well. He's just come on.
Yes.
It's the first time he's got the ball, and he's got no other thought other than to take Calafiori on, and he's away. And Calafiori has to bring him down, gets a deserved yellow card, but it's good wing play.
Calafiori is booked. Forest go back to Milenkovic. Halfway line is Morata. Now Williams looking to twist and turn beyond Madueke, who gets back for Arsenal. Timber to Marino. Marino, silky skill away from Anderson, who is always a tricky customer, as we know. Marino had too much for him. Picture of composure so far today. Mikel Marino. Arsenal lead 2-0, and they win it back in the centre circle. There could be trouble here for Forest. Marino racing down the middle. To his left is Gyökeres. Marino holds it up, eventually feeds Gyökeres. That delay allows Forest to get players back behind the ball. One of them is Bakwa, and he will find Savona, and Forest can build from their defensive area. Sangare is looking at the floor when he played that pass. Mosquera, easy interception.
But they're so quick. The 2 centre-halves for Arsenal, Gabriel, and when Saliba, when he plays as well,
yeah.
I mean, it's something that they want their centre-halves doing. Stepping in, reading that ball into the striker and stepping in front of him and winning it back in a dangerous area. And they're so good at it.
And I think there was a lot of commentary as well, Dave, about how good Mosquera looked at Anfield
It's a great
couple
signing.
of weeks ago.
Yeah, certainly in this game I've been super impressed.
Eza with a high diagonal ball, left to right. Madueke is there, plucks it out of the air, immediately races into the penalty area, and forced onto his outside by Williams. Little chip backwards to Timber. Arsenal seem to have regained control, full control of the game again now. Madueke's cross headed away by Morato, and lovely touch by Zubimendi into the path of Gabriel, who's a long way out. Plays it backwards to Calafiori again. He was under pressure from the on-rushing Kalimuendo. There was Gabriel, but Arsenal retained the ball well. Mosquera out to the right, Madueke, and Arsenal slow the game down. This is where they can really kill the game and kill momentum for Nottingham Forest. And Zubimendi can't find the ball through the middle, but they are very quick to win it back. Marino on Sangare. And almost the sound of driving wind. It sounded a bit like thunder at one stage there, but heavy winds and heavy rain in North London at the moment, I think. Summer is over, Dave.
Yeah, officially, yeah. That was it.
And Marino to Eza, little 1-2, and they're keeping the ball very well.
No, they are. They've taken the sting out of it. Yeah.
Eza, lovely touches. Scampers beyond 1, beyond 2, then blocked off by Milenkovic. Nothing given by Darren England. It was a 50-50 challenge. And Forest allowed to continue with the ball. Kalimuendo's held that up well. And both recently arrived substitutes have looked good since coming on.
They have. Really tidy on the ball. Yeah, I want to just see if they can get back onto the ball just a little bit more, because I like the look of him. Very direct player.
Well, Postecoglou will want them to do that. Out on the left is Ndoye, nudges the ball in field, and we spoke about Arsenal's raft of signings. Forest have spent quite a bit of money over the summer as well, and again, new players need time to gel and forge relationships on the pitch.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly football can change. I mean, you'd have told a Forest fan not so long ago they'd spend the best part of £200 million in one window.
Well, they wouldn't have expected that 3 or 4 years ago. Here is Waneri, just shy of the centre circle. Now Urian Timber quickly forward to Madueke. Isolated Williams in a one-on-one. Madueke skips beyond him into the area, pulls it across, and across came Morato to help out Williams. It's a corner to Arsenal, but Madueke, whoever he's been up against, he's tormented Forest all day.
Yeah, he's got carte blanche to take his man on. It doesn't matter if he loses it because you've got players supporting him where they can win it back high up the pitch. It's a dream role for a winger just to be told, listen, once you get the ball, I just want you to attack your fullback. Don't worry about losing it. And he's done it all day. He's been one of the best players on the pitch.
Of course, interestingly, this is what Arsenal would probably not call their first choice 11 by any means.
No. Yeah, it's a deep squad these days. Yeah.
Saka, Rice.
Yeah.
Lay claim. Arsenal corner. And Madueke to deliver. Left-footed, in-swinging. Flick by Gyökeres at the near post. That's looping and onto the roof of the net. And is there a foul? Has he given a foul? I think he has.
Yeah, I think he might have given a foul on Sells. He seemed to be helped into the net as that ball was looping. I don't think it was going in.
So difficult for a goalkeeper, Dave. Well, how difficult is it to defend this?
Because what's happening and what's been happening all game is when they start from the back, it's Mosquera who's running across and blindsiding Sells at the last second by stepping across his line of vision, and it's causing Sells all kinds of problems.
Backward will leave it here for Forest to Savona, I think, to take a throw. Miles Lewis-Skelly about to come on. Kalimuendo with a shot, blocked by Gabriel. That's going to be a Nottingham Forest corner. We are just about into the final quarter of the 90 at the Emirates, and Forest still 2-0 down. But again, goal back here, and it feels very different all of a sudden.
Yeah, and they were just about to bring on Lewis-Skelly as well, but I think they're going to wait for this corner to be taken first, Arsenal. But if you think if Forest are going to do something in this game, they really need to get a wriggle on with it.
Ange Postecoglou, hands in pockets. He's stood on the edge of that technical area for the whole game. Delivered into the near post, header away. And Calafiori, who might be about to come off, was there. It might have been Gyökeres who got the final touch. And it is Calafiori. Lewis-Skelly comes on.
Yeah. He's had an interesting game, Calafiori. He's played all over the place. But he did create that second goal, that long ball from back to front, which dropped over the head of Savona, who, for reasons known only to himself, was 10 yards behind the rest of his defence.
Actually, it is Gyökeres leaving the field as well. Another goal on home turf for Victor Gyökeres. And now we see Declan Rice, who we think we'll see from the start in the Champions League on Tuesday.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think he played both England games.
So, effectively, false nine for Arsenal maybe now. Or perhaps Marino, who excelled in front of goal on international duty.
He had a hat-trick, was it?
He did.
I think he got, He's the most unassuming footballer, isn't he? I think he will leave Arsenal as probably their most underrated player when he finally goes.
This is not one for big headlines, although he has scored some very important goals in his career for club and for country.
Yeah.
But he has gone through the middle, so this is the latest try of Marino in that striking role. And again, it gives you an indication of Arsenal's strength in depth, which, when you look at Chelsea and Liverpool, is going to be really key, and Manchester City as well, of course.
Yeah.
Anderson wins it back on halfway for Forest. Back to Morata. We've got 21 minutes plus added time to go. What Ange Postecoglou has made of it overall. Can his team get themselves back into the match? Ball is knocked backwards by Damandoy to the feet of Anderson, and now Milenkovic forward of the centre circle. Angled pass to the right-hand side. Backward. Doesn't feel like this game is over yet by any means. Backward with a great cross. What a diving header away by Mosquera.
I said I wanted to see more of him. I like this lad. Good player, really direct, striker's dream. Don't have a second thought, just put the ball in the box. What a ball that was.
Arsenal break between the lines, and Rice is carrying it forward. Out to the left, and Eze again. Eze, who has set up one goal already, nudges it towards the edge of the D, and Forest get enough men back behind the ball, and It's hacked away by the goalkeeper Sells. Little flick by Ndoye, not very effective, quite tame. Arsenal win it back, and so another deputy, you might say. Mosquera with a very important telling touch defensively there, because it was a super ball in.
Yeah, it's a great header. How he's facing his own goal, diving header, and he's managed to head it out.
Forward by Gabriel Eze. Arsenal's new number 10 in front of Mikel Arteta. A lot of famous players have worn that number 10 shirt before. Timber out in the right back position. Plays it across to Mosquera, and Arsenal just slowing the game down a bit now. Lewis Skelly back to Mosquera once more. Postecoglou might look at that Gibbs-White chance at the end of the first half, and the wood effort that came off the bar by Ryan's fingertips. Rain's just got heavier here. Arsenal come forward down the right. Noni Madueke taking on Williams onto the inside, onto the left foot. He's trying to get the shot away. Madueke spins, waits for Timber! Right across goal, and Declan Rice, he slid in. I think he got something on it, but he couldn't turn it home.
Oh, I'd love to see a close-up of Gyökeres's face on the bench, because if he's on the pitch, this is 3-0. What a ball across. Brilliant play from Madueke. I thought he'd held on to the ball for too long, but he just waits for that overlap. Fired across. Declan Rice is a bootlace away from making it 3-0. Great football from Arsenal.
Well, it has been a much more open second half, and Arsenal will feel that they should have really added to their tally at this point. Milenkovic brings the ball down on his chest for Nottingham Forest, and now Savona blocked off by Eze. That will be a Forest throw. Is there going to be another change here, perhaps? The referee has stopped it, and there are changes afoot. Here comes McAtee, who is standing alongside Ryan Yates. Forest through and through. I think it's Gibbs-White and Sangaré who have gone off. Yes, it is. So that should be like for like, I'd have thought.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit of Postecoglou wanting to see his players in a competitive game, getting used to his squad. Won't be too displeased with what he's seen today.
Yeah, what has he learnt? I mean, and of course there's still hope for Forest. More on that in a moment, because Arsenal with Eze is giving it straight to Sells.
Yeah, for me, he will have seen enough to play the way that he wants to play, which is to attack teams. This is as hard as it gets, coming away to Arsenal and trying to implement that into a Premier League game. But when they've attacked, they've looked quite good. The second goal killed them. It was such a bad goal to concede right at the start of the second half.
Darren England, the referee, has stopped it again. There's a free kick for Arsenal on the halfway line. Just over 15 minutes to go. Everton Villa, our featured commentary at 3 o'clock UK time on Premier League Live, and Bournemouth Brighton, Crystal Palace Sunderland, Fulham against Leeds, and Newcastle against Wolves, also all live with us. Here comes Timber, jinking away from Anderson, nutmegged him not once but twice. Out to Madueke again, forward to Timber on the underlap. That pass is overhit, but it hit Morato. Timber chased the lost cause and gets a corner.
It was brilliant from Timber. He's been good today, actually, very good. I do like his aggression. You really, once he gets the ball in his sights, it's like he can't see anything else.
We've talked about relationships and interchanging, Dave. Timber and Madueke already look like
they do.
There's some
you're
good
right.
Combination play.
Yeah. That's an exciting relationship developing there for Arsenal down that right-hand side. Supported him very, very well.
Of course, Bukayo Saka still to come back.
Yeah.
Madueke, one of the best players on the field today, will take the corner. Not a good one this time. Cleared away by the first man, and there was a foul on Williams anyway. Free kick to Nottingham Forest. Has a feel of a game that is done and dusted, but again, 15 minutes left at Forest goal does change things a bit.
No, you never know.
Gabriel authoritatively gets across in front of Kanimwenda, and it's with Waneri, middle of the Forest half, out to the right. Again, they look for Madueke at almost the first opportunity. Back to Timber. Zubimendi is square. Zubimendi with the long-sleeved red and white shirt. Gabriel, angled ball to the left-hand side now. Emirates Eze taking on Sabona and getting beyond him with ease. Chipping into the back post, header away, only half clear by Williams. McAtee couldn't reach it either. Madueke tries to hook it over the shoulder of the defender. In the end, Anderson just comes across and nudges it out to the left. No great composure about Forest's defending there, but in the end they do get a throw in the left-back position.
It's so frustrating for a striker. Right? You come off and then you start seeing all these balls flying into the box.
You'd want to snap up.
Yeah.
Gyökeres, well, he has got his goal, hasn't he, I suppose?
Yeah.
Nearly a good reverse ball by Waneri to Zubimendi. It does feel like inevitable now, really, for Arsenal. Maybe more goals in the offing. Eze, left corner of the area. Back to Lewis Skelly. Out left to Eze again. Athletic Bilbao for the start of their Champions League campaign for Arsenal. And of course, Nottingham Forest have a Europa League campaign to greatly look forward to. And I'm sure with the squad that they've got, they'll fancy their chances of going deep in that competition. We're seeing English clubs really starting to dominate European competitions, reach the latter stages, reach finals.
Yeah, it's good. It's great to have European football. But I mean, I remember playing at Nottingham Forest and walking into the players' entrance and seeing those 2 European Cups, and you just, it just
means
sends
something.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's great to have for them.
Madueke one-on-one with Williams again. This time the former Liverpool man just takes it out. That'll be a yellow card. And free kick inside right. He can do no wrong at the moment, Madueke.
No, but this is the thing. This is what you want from your wingers. You've got to give your fullback the toughest day that they've had. You go into the game with that mindset, but being able to say to a winger, all I want you to do is take your player on it. Doesn't matter if you lose the ball. He's had Timber backing him up. It's just a dream.
Well, one man who will find it hard to get his place back in the starting 11 is Gabriel Martinelli. What an ovation for Noni Madueke. And they are singing his name.
Yeah, penny for the thoughts of the Chelsea fans. I mean, I think Chelsea fans were happy for the money they got. The Arsenal fans were a bit ambivalent about the signing, but make no mistake, after this performance today, they are going to be delighted he is part of their squad. He's been the best player on the pitch.
And off goes Eze, and here comes Leandro Trossard, who did agree a new deal over the summer. But where Trossard and Martinelli were very key players to Arsenal at one stage, it feels as though they're more squad players now than anything else.
Yeah.
Arsenal do get the free kick, right edge of the area. Waneri lays it back to Rice, and we know he can hit them from range, edge of the D. Sets up Trossard, lovely reverse ball, and the header is in! Zubimendi, one of the smallest players on the pitch, has nodded it over Matt Sales. It's game over. It's Arsenal 3, Nottingham Forest 0.
Now, it catches everybody out. It is such a clever set piece, because everyone thinks when this ball is passed back to Declan Rice that he's going to shoot, and it looks as if he's messed it up. It looks as if he was supposed to, but he's not. He shifts it, and the ball is dinked to the back post, and on the blind side of the Forest defence, you've got Zubimendi making that run, and the smallest player on the pitch has looped a header over Sells and put this game beyond Nottingham Forest.
What a first touch from Trossard.
Yeah, what a ball.
In his case,
swung in, takes a little nick off Williams, which may help to loop it over the top of Sells, but it's such a clever set piece. It really is.
It's Zubimendi's goal, isn't it? Without any doubt, I think.
Oh yeah, his header was on target. It's hit Williams, but it's... Yeah, you're not going to take that one off him.
His second, Arsenal's third, and what a day for Mikel Arteta. But, well, it really is welcome back to the Premier League. Ange Postecoglou in the the rain in North London, the former Spurs boss, and his team are 3-0 down, his new team.
It's on such fine margins, football matches turn. You know, on another day, that Chris Wood deflection off his chest loops in, and suddenly the game's totally different at 2-1. It wasn't to be, and Arsenal run away with it.
As we were saying, Gibbs White should have scored.
Yeah.
Backwards cross headed away by Gabriel. It's dropped for Anderson. Now Milenkovic on the halfway line. And for the number of chances that Arsenal have created, they'll feel delighted with the 3. It may not be over yet, the scoring of course, with 9 minutes to go, but it is Arsenal 3, Forest 0 for now. Yates on the halfway line, square to Milenkovic, angled ball to the right, Bakwa is onto it, Bakwa will dribble forward, 2 or 3 step overs beyond Trossard, but not beyond the challenge of Lewis Skelly. Back to Gabriel, who'll clear upfield, first time left-footed. Well, it's quite a jubilant Emirates Stadium now. McAtee out to the right and Bakwa again. He's certainly looked lively since coming on.
Yeah.
Lost Murillo to injury, remember, in the first half, did Forest. That's a big concern. Savona forward from right back to Bakwa. Picks out McAtee with a nice pass. McAtee on the edge of the penalty area. Slide tackle from Gabriel. Arsenal break. Gabriel Martinelli has got loads of space to run into down the far side of the right. Williams and Doy nowhere near him. Martinelli jinks backwards, keeps the ball, finds Timber midway inside the Forest half. They hit 5 here against Leeds, 3 against Forest so far, 8 to go. Trossard with another right-footed reverse ball into the penalty area. Martinelli beaten to it by Doy, and that'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Martinelli and Trossard earlier, who were sort of regulars at certain points last season, but I don't think anyone would deny that Eze Madueke on this evidence is a significant step up in quality, and exactly what Arsenal needed.
Well, they have certainly helped put Nottingham Forest to the sword today. Morato to Anderson on the edge of the penalty area. Anderson fizzes a long ball downfield. It's controlled by Lewis Skelly. He will simply turn and pop it back to David Raya. The one hope for Arsenal, for Mikel Arteta, will be keeping a clean sheet. But no foul by Williams on Waneri. Arsenal heading back to the top of the Premier League on goal difference as it stands. On the outsiders, and Doy with a cross, and that is overhit, but it has reached Bakwa, who for once didn't show the best first touch, down by the opposite corner flag. We're in the 84th minute. Arsenal 3, Nottingham Forest 0. Morato. Credit to Forest, they're still trying to come forward and get goals.
Yeah, it's very Ange.
Yeah,
very Ange.
It is.
Still trying to attack.
And nobody would know whether the result would have been any different had Nuno Espirito Santo been in charge today. The Emirates is not a ground, or Arsenal away from home generally not a fixture that Forest enjoy. Have we seen any big differences or changes, do you think, Dave Kitson, or will that have to wait till a few games in?
Yeah, I think it's still sorting itself out, really, the Premier League and the way that teams want to play and trying to get into their flow. You know, there's a lot, and we mentioned earlier, Forest have spent 200 million quid, Arsenal have spent a fortune as well. It takes time to integrate those players.
Well, Bukayo Saka and William Saliba among the interested spectators today. In fact, they are waiting at the mouth of the tunnel, I think, and all smiles.
I love the way Saka's just having a nice cup of tea.
Yeah. Looks very relaxed.
Yeah.
He won't be back for a little while yet, but Saliba, by the sounds of it, could well be around for the Champions League game next week.
Yeah. I mean, it's less of an issue than it might have been, given the form of Mosquera. I really like the look of him. I mean, he's just centre-half is a hard place to slot into, because that's where Arsenal start a lot of their attacks from, and you've got to be aggressive and play on the front foot and try and win the ball back, and he's been brilliant today.
Lewis Skelly, heavy touch, not the best moment to produce that, but Anderson fouled it. Darren England was in a good position to see the challenge. Yates, rather, didn't get the ball.
Yeah, it's an easy one for a referee to give, but it's not a great touch, is the truth of it. Earlier on in the game, they might have let that go.
Lewis Skelly nearly caught. Thumped forward by Raya for Arsenal. High down the right, but Martinelli can't get to it. 16 attempts for Arsenal, 3 for Forest over the course of the near 86 minutes. And who would have thought that... I think he pretty much is the smallest player on the field at the moment.
Yeah.
Zubimendi would head home the third. Nobody was expecting that before the game started.
Yeah, it's such a clever free kick. I think it's meant for Mourinho on the back post. That's who the cross is actually meant for. But Zubimendi just stays up there and makes a darting run, and no one really picks him up. And he's got a run. That's what helps him. He's got a run.
Well, Mourinho would make more sense. In theory.
They're aiming for Mourinho when you sort of, now I watch it back.
Zubimendi got there first, and he is on a hat-trick. Would you believe it?
Well, his first goal was absolutely sensational.
Out on the right for Arsenal, Martinelli to chip the cross in. Trossard coming in at the back post. Lovely flight on that ball from Martinelli. Difficult to defend. Trossard to the dead ball line with Savona backing off him. Trossard is eventually tackled by Savona. It was a very difficult area for Trossard to really create something from. Anderson's taken the ball nicely in his stride, forward to McAtee. Nice counter this from Forest. McAtee's got options left and through the middle. He looks out to the left hand side with Ndoye in the middle. Kali Mwendo taking on Timber, but the momentum's gone out of the attack. He's gone backwards to Williams.
Yeah, as McAtee taking too many touches, unfortunately. Just give it to him. Just give him the dribbled it towards him and then gave it to him, and by that point they doubled up on him.
Well, just 2.5 minutes plus added time left here, and the game as a contest in terms of the result is over, but the second half has been non-stop really in terms of half chances, opportunities, and in the end 2 Arsenal goals. Anderson trying to force his way into the penalty area, and Ndoye missed control with his back to goal. Marino's there to intercept, and a couple of swift touches to whip the ball away from Anderson, and he's fouled.
Flattened, in fact,
by
Anderson, trying to win the ball back and stop a counter.
Well, Ange Postecoglou already pondering on the touchline. It can be it's a 24/7 job. That's what drives managers, I suppose, in the Premier League, but not many would have expected a great deal from Forest in the context of this.
No, I don't
this
think
game
so.
today.
No. I mean, it's one of those games it's fascinating on the surface, but this has probably gone to most people's form book.
What Mikel Arteta might be really pleased with is the manner with which Arsenal have really accelerated away in the second half. A minute of normal time to go. Sun is out again at the Emirates. Zubimendi shy of the centre circle, trots towards halfway, then plays it backwards to Gabriel. Remember, every game this Premier League season live with us on Premier League Live, including West Ham against Spurs at 5:30 UK time, followed by Brentford against Chelsea. Out on the right for Arsenal is Jurrien Timber. He will play it back to Waneri, 25 yards out, to overhit across to the back post. It's a goal kick.
Yeah, it's not a great ball, to be honest. Declan Rice does have a run on his man at the back post, and it's just overhit.
Well, Mikel Arteta still asking for even more from his players. 3 goals today. That takes Arsenal's tally to 9 in 4 matches for the Premier League season so far.
Yeah, and I do think that might be a factor. I know it's an early shout in the season, but the goal difference.
We've seen it.
Yeah, I said at the top of the show, it's this season. I think is going to be the closest for a long, long time.
Remember how narrowly Arsenal missed out to Manchester City a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah.
4 minutes of added time. How much concern for Forest is that, Dave, in terms of defensively? 3 goals against West Ham, 3 goals here today.
Yeah, and the Murillo injury as well, who was brilliant before he went off. You know, you can't ever know what a difference that has made to Forest, but you'd like to think they would have stopped that second goal with a bit more organisation, because it was a horror goal to concede from a defensive point of view.
McAtee has lost out to Declan Rice, dallied on the ball, and Rice has played in Trossard into the penalty area now. Twists, turns, goes down, and I think he was looking for a penalty, and the referee thought so too.
Oh, just shoot. Why? I mean, I never understand it. You've got a clear sight of goal on your left foot, but you want to come back onto your right. Why? Just shoot. Absolutely infuriates me.
Well, it's these inverted wingers.
Oh.
But he should hit that with his left foot, surely.
Yeah.
Now Forest at the other end. A minute through 4 added. Kalimuendo on the turn. He might have the beating of Mosquera here. Heads for the dead ball line, pulls it back. Good pull back, but Timber was in the way. Arsenal clear. And down goes Marino.
He's very clever at doing that, isn't he? Very, very clever.
You could see that was coming.
Yeah.
Not much contact.
No, he's a very, very, very savvy player, Marino.
Well, a couple of minutes of added time to go here. It is nearly officially all over. Forest fans, the vast majority have stayed to the end after the trip down the motorway earlier today. A trip to Swansea in the League Cup in midweek. Swansea of the Championship, and then a big game. A couple of big games in the Premier League back-to-back, sandwiched in between the Betis game in the Europa League, away at Burnley and at home to Sunderland, Dave.
It's a mixed bag, isn't it? Like, there's some names in there that don't seem like they all belong together.
Those will be important, though, won't they, those Premier League matches?
Oh,
you think, you know, they want to get points on the board.
Yeah, they've had to invest heavily in this squad just because, I mean, having to play these Europa League games as well, it's going to take its toll.
Easier said than done, of course. Burnley have started okay, and Sunderland have started very well.
Yeah.
Kalimuendo left edge of the penalty area, just over 90 seconds to go. And the long-range shot from Williams is charged down. Milenkovic with the ball back to the halfway line. Morato squeezes it forward to Milenkovic. He loses out, though. Arsenal slow to get the ball forward initially. Marino has flighted it beautifully towards Martinelli. Morato has done well initially, but Martinelli still got it. And then the pullback takes a big deflection. Out comes Sells, and he manages just to get there in front of Trossard. You've seen that before, Dave, where the goalkeeper catches the attacker. It's a penalty, but did well.
Yeah, he almost got there. I loved how the Arsenal fans were screaming at Marino, 3-0 up with 30 seconds to go, screaming at him to get the ball forward.
Well, maybe they're thinking about the point you made earlier about goal difference, and you never know.
You never know.
Only 4 games into the season, but Mikel Arteta often talks of, well, many other managers often talk of how fine the margins are, and Milenkovic has given it away again. Straight to Declan Rice, and Forest really look like they can't wait to get off the pitch here. Rice into the penalty area. This time, Milenkovic is in the way. Forward to McAtee. Out to the right-hand side, Kalimuendo. It is 3 against 2 suddenly here. Kalimuendo into the penalty area. Is there a late goal here? No. Gabriel is there again. And he's really whipping up the noise from the Arsenal fans. And there'll be more noise now as the full-time whistle goes. Arsenal 3, Nottingham Forest 0. Ange Postecoglou's first game back in the Premier League, first in the hot seat at Forest, ends in defeat. 2 for Martin Zubimendi. The first a stunning volley, the second a header. Sandwiched in between that, Eberechieza setting up Victor Gyökeres for a tap-in. Arsenal comfortable in the end, and despite Forest going close on a couple of occasions, deserved winners, you would have to say. Let's listen back to how it sounded on Premier League Live.